Oh, that was the E. No, that's 040. I know you want to stay several miles ahead, so E0850. You're going to E8, E0880. I don't know what kind of viewpoint you're going to have.
Hong Hong, Saints of Hell, Lynn, Ruda Biga, Jay Davis. How's everyone doing tonight?
Why do they have this warning box so big? This warning box is so huge.
Stum, good to see you. Did anything happen today?
That's interesting.
Feels like we've had a couple slow days here. Unless I'm missing stuff.
Oh, that was Jordan. That was
Hong Hong. Gong, Jonas. Let's go, Aces High. Dan. Jonas, Sir Dudley. Apparently a tornado in Oklahoma. This is a reported shooting in San Antonio.
We got another one that's a little bit further down, probably another 2 miles.
Then you got a body cam in Unruly. Alright, let's check that out since nothing's really happening live at the moment. On August 1st, 2024, officers responded to a call of a disturbance at a hotel. A disturbance, eh? Is it a loud individual? DJ Lunchbox in the chat over on Twitch. How's it going?
Officers responded to a call of a disturbance at a hotel.
What's going on, man?
I'm upset because we talking about political shit.
Starting off with a bang here. Lunchbox, after last night's gambling madness, I got the itch. I got a 4-leg hockey parlay. First 2 legs looking good. Hell yeah. What else? What all do you have? We'll keep track of it for you here in the zone.
I'm cool. I'm not gonna hurt nobody, babe. My food right here. You don't even got a real case. This is about us having a political conversation. She came over, and this lady who takes care of me every day.
Okay.
What's going on, man?
Anything up, or what do you guys know?
No, what's it?
She's scratching me in my face.
Okay. Do you need medical?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. Yes.
Oh, she's a scratcher.
I do, baby.
Why is she scratching your face? What happened?
I was trying to de-escalate.
Hong Hong, we see Jada High.
She became very confrontational at the bar and got right with his face, and was just trying to move around this way.
Yeah. Was anything physical?
No, the only thing that I did was smack his hand out of my face.
When he said, or he just came like
he
this?
went right here in my space. I said,
Oh, nice, Lunchbox. Yeah, looks like you're good for tonight, hopefully.
Okay. So she started talking about politics and Donald Trump or whatever. She started asking them who they were voting for and whatever, and I didn't do political things. Sure. So then the next thing I know, she's calling them rats.
Because he tried to put his finger in my square and I smacked his goofy ass.
Okay.
I sure did.
What?
Do me a favor, just stay here with my partner and I'll be right with you.
Yeah.
You guys okay? Were you guys part of what was happening, or?
She was just like off the rails.
Yeah.
She was just like very insulting. And, like she was like having a conversation and then she just like smacked.
Okay.
I smacked his little hand and he called the police. Put your hand in the back of my face because you lucky I ain't choked the shit out of you.
Oh.
Because, baby, I'm a liberal arts major. I choke you and make the war of art. And make paintings of your blood with my fingers. Finger paintings.
The fuck? Yeah, she sounds totally sane.
She had that bag. I didn't know what she had in the bag, and she didn't know she had a knife or mace or whatever. It's 2024 and people are absolutely unhinged right now.
Gotcha. Absolutely.
I'm not voting for neither one of them. That's what we was talking about in the bitch from Staten Island.
Oh, this is Orlando, huh?
Staten Island, this rats.
He stepped up like a brave Samaritan, and he got the worst end of it, and he didn't. I got you. And that's why he's bleeding, because he stepped up.
I don't know. She went from 0 to crazy real fast. Yeah. Okay.
Did you get his info?
Yep.
Yeah.
If I hit somebody, you know they would have been bleeding. You see the arms. This way or that way. Because if I hit you, it's going to connect.
Is this lady allowed to go back to her room?
She can to get her stuff, yes.
She's not allowed to stay.
To get her stuff.
Unfortunately, she has to leave with just everything. My money back? Because I could go to my room and be peaceful. Give me my money back. That's cool. Come on. Come here. Give me my stuff. Come on. Give me my stuff. I'm reversing on your ass. Don't even trim.
What does that mean?
No, I'm reversing everything. If I have to leave and they don't have to leave, I'm reversing on that ass.
So let's get your stuff.
Come on, babe. We got a lot.
You're reversing on that ass? Yeah. Yeah, she has an Uno card. Watch out.
Anyways, you guys suck with medical care, you suck with justice, and you always take these sides when you know it's people like that that get us targeted.
Humility, good to see
It took a
you.
lot to get me this way, and it took this political campaign to make me break. Yeah. You mad you can't take me to jail? Hold on, she got the key.
I have it right here.
Oh, okay. We got a little while.
Is it 54? Huh?
Y'all always want me to leave like I'm the problem.
Yeah, wait till we're out here.
What,
You try to ask
what does she mean always? Does this happen a lot? Is this a recurring incident with you? Always.
this big fat 10 sandwich eating bitch.
Oh, shit.
And she mad. The whole
What kind
conversation.
of,
was trying to have a conversation.
what kind of insult is that? You sandwich eating bitch. Fuck, I've had a sandwich before. Am I a sandwich eating bitch?
Conversation with her to see if she was willing to let you go.
It doesn't have nothing to do with her fat ass, and you know it. How you gonna ask a worker? How you gonna ask a worker? What's the
Ax her.
cause?
Ax her.
You know better than that.
No, not the cause. I was trying to ask if she would be letting you
It
go
don't
to
have
your
a
room.
whole corporate. It's the person who spent more money with Marriott.
No, the decision to who.
It is what it is. She ain't nobody.
Well,
Why you ain't ask them that? Because I'm the only one who's speaking for themselves? Come on now. Come on now.
it's on the other way. 209.
Come on now. Yeah, they switching these floors. I'm sorry. Come on now. It is what it is, though. Because I know how to get my money back. Wait, fuck?
Sorry.
You gonna kick me out in the middle of the night? Crazy. Come on. That's why they want me gone. Come on.
How much
Yeah.
do you have?
Huh? A lot.
A lot?
In the middle of the night.
Pull the wig
I
off.
don't know. Sit in front of their building for 50 hours?
There's other hotels.
No, it's not. You cannot check in before 2 o'clock, and you know that.
Let's get your stuff.
Where am I supposed to go? To jail?
No, you can't check in another hotel.
No, I can't.
Are they not taking her to jail? She's admitted to assaulting multiple people.
Hotels with prostitutes.
She threatened to paint them with their with their blood.
9 o'clock.
That does not matter.
All right.
All the hotels
All
here
right,
in
just
Orlando.
go. Just go.
Well, no, we gotta wait for you to pick
Just
up
go
your
right
stuff.
here.
Yeah.
Just go right here.
Because if you refuse to leave, then you will go to jail.
Listen, baby.
Do not get close.
Don't do it.
Do not
I
get
will-
close.
Don't do it.
You know I've never hurt you.
Do not.
Okay, be
do not touch me.
aggressive.
Grab your stuff.
Can you please give
Grab
me
your
time to
stuff.
figure out where I need to
Yes.
go?
You're 2 seconds away from going to jail. Grab your
Why?
stuff because you're refusing to leave.
All
Grab your
right,
stuff.
come help me then.
No, I'm not.
No.
Come on. Come on.
We're not gonna help
Why you
you.
don't want to help me?
No,
That's not
that's not our job to help
Why
you.
are you treating me like I'm the problem?
Hey, listen. I'm giving you your
Can
warning
you
now.
tell? This
Ma'am,
is a
I'm giving
warning,
you your
but why are you
now.
treating me like I'm the
Grab
problem?
your stuff. If you refuse to leave
Why?
after this,
We
I'm
came
taking you
here,
to jail.
we figure out what happened on the fight. That one is not
What
no.
fight happened?
Well, there
What-
was an argument that apparently
What fight happened? You don't remember the fight you just described to us mere minutes ago? Alex Webb, check out Seattle. Is something happening in Seattle?
got physical. You even mentioned to me that you slapped the guy because he came close to you and put the hands in your face.
He went like this.
Okay.
And you
So that's not right.
me. If I do that back to you, babe. What did you want to do to me?
Oh, there was a protest at Cal Anderson Park earlier.
Grab your stuff.
Go.
Is it still going on?
Just go.
No.
Just go. Just go.
Multiple arrests at protest.
All I'm asking you to do is grab your stuff and leave.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Do you want to help me?
No, I'm not gonna help
Well,
you.
stop touching stuff in this room before I accuse you for theft.
You can
For high valued items.
Grab your
If you
stuff.
touch a high valued item such as me, I'm pressing charges. Stop playing with me.
Grab your stuff.
Did she say she's high value?
I'm doing what I
I
need
know what's in
to do.
there. Grab your stuff.
Baby, I'm gonna go.
Okay, I don't know.
We don't know.
Grab your stuff.
Go outside if you're scared.
I'm not
No.
scared. Grab your
You're
stuff.
not scared.
Grab your stuff.
Grab your stuff.
Damn. You want to invade my privacy for some bullshit? Move. I got stuff. Move.
Don't lock the door.
I need a change. Move.
Grab your stuff.
All right, bet. This is what we doing. Come on now. All I wanted to do was change. I got to change out the dress. You want the show?
Grab your stuff.
Yeah, I am.
Put it up. Put your
Come
clothes
on
on.
now. You know this is illegal, right?
Put your clothes on.
You know it's illegal, right?
Yeah.
Put your clothes and let's go.
I cannot move in no dress. Go.
I'm not leaving until you grab
Go
your
for
stuff.
what?
Because you're trespassed from here.
I'm trespassed?
Yes. They just gave you your warning.
She gave me a trespass?
Yeah.
Go get my money.
Out of my face.
Stop playing with me. Hold on. I will move.
That would be
I got
multiple
your face.
zonings,
I got your
Lunchbox.
face, babe. I got your face.
If you keep acting up, you're gonna get another.
Listen, are you?
How is she not under arrest yet? Is really the question here.
Give me my space.
Well, we're
I want you to give me my space. You're not.
You want a space, but you're coming towards me.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
I
You
don't know that.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
You don't have to come this close that I can smell your breath.
So why did the man hit me then? Why did he come in my space and hurt me and put his finger in my
That
face?
was not me.
If
that
it's-
was not
I'm
me
sure
and
you
everybody-
what I went through.
Okay.
So why is
Now.
it fair?
Ma'am, get your
Why is
clothes
it
on.
fair?
Get your clothes
Why
on.
is it fair? You guys don't pay. They're just-
Todd A, I'm not sure. This might be a porn flick.
The moment they're taking my money and me.
Get your clothes on. I do not want to take you to jail.
For what? I'm gonna be out the next day.
Doesn't matter.
That's
Still
not
don't
gonna
want to
hurt
sleep in
me.
jail.
I don't care about jail. I care about justice.
Okay?
And that's what you know what? You men have never get it. It's not fair.
Get dressed.
It's not fair, babe.
Once
It's
your
not
stuff
fair.
is back,
It's not fair. I just need a minute.
10 minutes later.
People for fun. I do. I remember the first one.
Is she completely insane? Like, I don't even think she's on drugs. She doesn't appear to be drunk or high. She's just crazy.
let your phone charge while you pack your stuff.
I gotta find a room. People are calling me. They're worried about me.
30, oh God, 30 minutes later.
CIA. I'm the perfect candidate. Scorned and a scammer. Can I tell you something? Remember this day.
I will.
I'm gonna rule this day for real. I'm gonna hold this to me till the day I die. Anytime I see you or your grandchildren, I'm gonna remember this. You never know what position my children will be in.
Man,
I loved you.
your stuff.
I had love for you.
Your stuff.
You disrespected me like a lame. Move, let me get my purse. Why you don't want to help me though? What's so hard
Hey,
about
what help
helping
do
me?
you want?
Putting these big ass suitcases on the cart.
Close the cases. I told you that, and you told me not to touch it.
You
Okay, which one is
Try to-
closed? Closed. Go ahead and zip them up.
What up,
That's
Sat Rack?
All right, which one? It's not
Right, Lunchbox, how much shit does she have? Like, was she moving in?
Nah, you just want to go home. You don't want to.
Good God.
Zip this one. My back can't take no more. Here you go.
I told you, if you zip them,
Zip it.
I'm not
It's
going to
heavy.
do that. It's
Why?
still open. You told me I will be stealing your stuff. So if you zip them, I'll put them there for you.
All right, babe. You win. Not the truth?
Come on.
All right.
Come on. It's so plain. Let's go. You want me to zip them up? Let's go.
Damn. You never had to try to be. It's all right. As long as I can keep this on the mug.
Jay, that's a light load on the woman scale.
Stop it.
I won the super suit competition with Donald Trump.
Now.
Truth.
Stop it.
All right. You know I'm not like that.
Pack your stuff so we can leave.
Just go over there then.
Pack your stuff.
Come on, babe. Just go over there.
Pack your stuff.
If you feel uncomfortable, just go over there, babe.
We are done playing.
Just go over there. I'm not playing no more. Just move.
Well, you still playing. This is your last opportunity. If you don't pack your
Right.
stuff, you're gonna be going to jail.
You said that an hour ago.
Let's go. Go ahead. Put you on. Take this and let's go.
Thanks for asking nicely.
Take it, baby. That's all you is a servant. Living under when they let. Don't touch this. This
You
is
just ask.
that one.
Okay. Are you gonna bring this one by yourself?
Yes.
All right, let's
I'm
go.
strong enough. I'm black enough. I'm
Thank you.
black
I'm
enough.
black enough. Okay.
Sure. Let's go.
Don't touch nothing. Don't move nothing. Don't touch anything.
Surprised she didn't take the mirror off the wall.
Wear little black shoes. It's all good. If I don't have no shoes, I'm finna take pictures of this. It's all good.
Hung hung, honorable member.
11 o'clock at night. Everything cleared out?
Want to take another look?
Come on, baby. Let's do it. Don't touch nothing, you little thief. Touch something if you want to. I'm gonna touch you.
What?
I want you though. You don't gotta do nothing too much unless you want to help.
For you.
I'll give you.
Want me to take that for you?
Don't touch nothing. I don't trust you being fake. You just want to move on your time. Just go ahead about your day. Don't touch shit. Did I tell you not to touch it? Stop touching stuff. I can't touch you. Why you gonna touch my stuff? Move. I don't need help from a peon.
Yeah, where's she gonna go with all this stuff?
Waiting to see something fall.
She has nowhere to go.
I know you're looking for all the shiny things. Police never had nothing nice.
JTC, zero chance I could cop without ending up in prison.
Thief.
These officers have been way too nice to
I know
her.
you're kind. Stop. No, I got it. Go ahead.
Jay, out the window, one hopes.
Move. I'm not a man. I'm a sir.
What?
I'm a them. I'm a they. Don't. So touch your stuff. Don't touch
Faces
nothing.
High said that's a man baby earlier.
Don't touch nothing. I don't want to sue you.
Guess you were right.
Just move. Just don't touch nothing. Move over here by the wall. Walk in the line.
Sure is, Jay Vickers.
You touch your stuff, I'm gonna sue you.
We're unsure about the princess part. No face, is this South African Parliament? No.
Touch that
Those
button.
people were more
The
civilized.
red one, I'm so serious. You think I'm playing? I'm capable of destruction. I like destruction.
Okay.
Don't play with me.
Okay.
Don't play with me. Go. Go first. Go. We here.
Go ahead and exit the elevator now.
Open the elevator and go. I don't like people behind
Go
me.
ahead now.
Just go.
Exit the elevator now.
Come on. Stop. No, Brian. Stop playing with me. Don't touch it.
What?
Pushing the card on top of him.
I don't want him touching anything. I don't care what's falling. You Caucasians and thieves. Don't touch it. Do your job. Like I said, your job is not to touch anything. Don't touch shit. Don't walk behind me either. You're making me nervous. Come on.
Ma'am, just leave property, please.
Stop walking behind me.
Just leave property, please.
Stop walking
It's not going to
behind
be on your way.
Bitch, it is my way.
No, it's not. Let's just get your stuff out, please.
What's wrong with you, you stupid mother? outside acting like I really follow your rules. I don't live by your rules. You're just with a badge. You think you're doing something. You're a servant. All you little servants. At the end of the day, it stops here. So if you're not moving anything, don't touch me. Come on. Come on, what is you waiting for?
Waiting for you to leave property.
Baby, would you want me to roll the cart to the street?
Sidewalk.
Baby, please. I'm not rolling all this to the street. I can't roll this to the street.
You sure can. Is she gonna steal the cart? I guess at this point.
Let's go ahead, baby. Let's go.
Thank you for your permission.
Yeah, you need the queen's permission. So I'll smack the shit out of you, too. You gonna call the Uber?
You're more than welcome to call.
I'm walking to the street.
You haven't already called an Uber? What have you been doing for the past hour and a half?
You have to leave the property.
I cannot take the cart off of property.
No, but you can take your stuff there.
Do your job then.
No, it's your job to do that.
Take your time.
If you refuse to leave, you're going to go to jail.
Stop playing in my face, baby.
I'm not playing.
Hey, headphones. Until we meet again, little boy.
No.
Yeah, that part.
Are you going to call the Uber?
No, not from the street. Baby, I'm gonna put some shoes on. I'm gonna take my time, baby.
Saprack, she shouldn't put the mule before the cart.
You don't even got somebody to arrest. That's how I know your case is gonna be dismissed.
Huh?
You got me moving in the middle of the night, and you think this shit a joke? You gonna rue today, bitch.
I think it's a joke.
I haven't laughed once.
Hey, me and my mom, ruha.
Huh?
I touched you. That's all I needed to do.
She's speaking in tongues now.
Call your Uber, please. Call your Uber.
Thank you. Throw up the rock, baby. Cause we gonna die a real rock star. You see this?
Oh, good God.
I put an eye on it.
Call your Uber.
Baby, I can't call no Uber from right here.
All right.
You call the Uber.
If you don't call the Uber, you need to leave property.
I mean,
you have
what?
two options. One is to call the Uber. Another one is to leave property.
You think I care about your time? I need to find a room like a reason.
Yeah, that cop was smiling quite a bit.
From the sidewalk. You're not going to stay here. We've been here for over.
Push your cart then. I told you it was gonna take 45 minutes.
It's been more than 45 minutes. I gave you more than reasonable time to leave property.
Come on, push the cart. Push their property to the street, and then it's theft.
Are you going to call the Uber?
Yeah, I am. Once you touch the cart,
Go ahead and call your Uber.
find my shoes.
Ma'am, call your Uber.
Stop talking to me, bro. You don't got no power. I'm weak. I'm not moving because you want me to. I could lose all this shit today and not give a f. You took my shoes. You took my dignity.
Ma'am, are you leaving property or not?
Push the cart.
Are you
Yeah, where's everyone in Twitch chat?
This car in the street.
then call the Uber that you said you were going to call?
All right, well, give me time to figure out where I'm gonna go. You ain't even give me time for that. Where am I going if I'm sitting right here and gonna come back in the room to get water? Come on now.
Figure out.
Well, shut up. You distracted my greatness.
Distracting my
Find
greatness.
another room on my budget after this bitch took 15 right there. I paid this. Not you. You don't have no money for 15 days. My room is $157
No
a
face. Her
day.
face is like when a
And you
wild
don't make
animal
that.
walks up to a fish island.
Push the cart.
That's perfect.
Stop playing with me, bro.
Don't talk to
I don't want to go to jail.
You're not
You're going to jail.
Babe,
Don't fight.
Finally.
I'm fed up, babe.
We gave you more than enough time to do what you needed to do.
Refusing to leave property.
It's a hill. It's a hill. Can you just push the cart?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
You're going to jail now.
Why you gonna wait until I get outside to take me to jail?
We've asked you to leave.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm really trying. Wait. Okay.
Jay, hey, she found a room.
Okay. No. Okay. I'm gonna leave.
All right. Hold on.
Oh my God. Stop biting.
Gave you plenty of time. Stop fighting. Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
I'm not. I don't want to fight. I just want to win.
Stop resisting.
Okay, dude. I just moved the car.
No, ma'am, you're under arrest.
Hey, please.
Stop.
Okay. Why you don't want to help me, though?
Put her on her foot. She's gonna go inside.
Okay. Let me put
you
one
can go
down.
inside.
Yes, babe.
All right.
Can you please give me
Sit
a
down.
chance?
Sit down.
Yep, she's still wearing the crown. The queen has been arrested.
No guns.
Turn.
No guns.
All right.
No guns.
Listen,
I promise.
resist,
I'm not.
If
I'm
you
promise.
resist, that's gonna hurt.
I'll listen. Okay.
stand up.
You won. You won.
Stand up and
You
get in the
won.
car.
You won. Please.
Stand up and get in the car.
I'm bluffing. I promise I'll go.
Roberts, grab her feet. Let's get her from behind.
I don't want to go to jail. I just want to go to sleep.
Wait.
I'm not.
Dropping my gun. Ma'am, stop resisting.
Sorry, Daddy. I'm
Stop
sorry.
resisting.
Let me grab a hobble. Hold on.
I'm sorry, baby.
All right, go through so can I get one more?
Another door.
Please.
Bring her.
Please, babe. I promise I'll go.
Fight. Stop fighting.
I'm not
Stop
gonna fight.
fighting.
I feel defeated.
You're gonna get charged
No.
with resisting with violence.
No, let me go, okay?
Stop fighting.
I'm sorry.
No, let it go.
I'm sorry.
It's not let it go.
I'm sorry, please. I'ma go. I don't know where to go.
You gotta sit inside my patrol car.
I'm sorry, I don't know where to go.
Ma'am, put your leg up.
Okay, please.
Stop
Please.
resisting.
Babe, please.
Stop resisting.
I just wanted to feel like I won. I didn't hurt nobody.
Except for the person you punched, the person whose face you scratched and drew blood.
Stop. Okay, I'll go.
Other than those people, I didn't hurt anybody.
I'll go, please. Oh, please, guys. Please, I'll go. I'm sorry.
What
I'm
are we
sorry.
Right here.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go.
right.
I'm gonna go.
You are gonna go to jail.
Oh, please.
Fighting.
I
Stop
told you,
resisting.
please. I'm sorry.
I said, please.
You hurt me. I'm sorry. Please. Please. Babe, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Stop
babe.
fighting. Hold on.
I'm gonna go.
Hold on.
You just push your car on the street. I packed everything. I promise I'm gonna go. I promise. I promise. I promise. I'm gonna babe. I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna strike, please.
Let go.
No, let me
Go.
I promise I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave.
Hold on.
Please. Stop.
Screeching stage, no face.
I'm not.
Stop kicking.
I packed. Please let me just go.
Hey, roll.
I can't breathe stage.
No.
Stop fighting.
I'm not biting.
You just did.
You hit my mouth.
All right.
I'm not gonna fight.
Matthew, can I donate to her GoFundMe?
Ankles?
Do this.
Bring it down to the ankles.
Bring it down to the ankles. Hold on, let me get this on.
Let me go. Let me go. Let me go, babe.
Stop fighting.
Lynn, yeah, I've noticed not one person has said I can change her.
I'm telling you.
Please let me go, babe. I already packed.
All right. Let's get her off of her stomach. Let's get her off of her stomach.
A chance. I packed everything by myself.
Oh. Well, if you packed everything by yourself, then... Oh, shit. Taser!
Got it? He's off? Yeah. Take your time. Hold on. So,
You are defeated.
Hey, calm down.
Did they taser?
Yeah, you're breathing. I'll check it out too. She broke skin for sure? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, we don't need that. I packed everything. You waited until I packed to beat me up. I packed everything.
She almost got an elbow, but you guys got her off her.
I'm direction and I'll go.
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's bad, dude.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Sorry, bro.
Just let me
No, dude,
go.
it's part of the job.
Just tell me where to go and I'll go. I'll leave you alone. It's just a bad day.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do the pay for sure, right? Yeah, the whole notice and going to hospital and stuff.
My birth is in my identity. I'm sorry, I just don't know where to go.
Who's our patient? Is it?
I don't know.
Where's one of them and the officer that got bit?
His arm just qualified for welfare.
No, it's not a patient. He let me pack everything.
She's definitely going.
I had to go.
Going to jail? Yes.
I don't want.
Oh, do you want to do medical?
I'm not a jail person. I just.
I'm not a jail person.
Please. No. Just let me go. I just want to go.
Oh, they're strapping her in.
Let me go home.
You're gonna go to the hospital.
No, I'll find a ticket on Priceline. No. You pulling my hair.
All right. Don't bite. Stop.
Let me go.
Come over here.
No.
I'll no sign of that.
I'm not. I was drinking.
Princess jail person.
Said Donald Trump was the president. And it freaked me out. I don't want neither one.
Oh, she's back to the beginning here.
Everything.
Yeah. If you came late, all of this started because she started arguing with people about politics at the bar of the hotel.
Hey, my car's right over there. You're gonna drive my car.
Yeah, can we get a... Dang, we didn't get a mugshot of her with her crown in. Kind of figure she probably... She or maybe he probably flashed them during the mugshot. Wally, like putting a cat in a bathtub. All right, so Seattle. Some shit went down in Seattle earlier. Seattle police make multiple zonings during heated protest at Cal Anderson Park. Weren't we just talking about Chaz last night? Here we are back at Chaz.
We are following breaking news out of Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood, where you're seeing it unfold here, where counter-protesters opposing a religious pro-life group have clashed with Seattle police, and that has led to what you're seeing right here, multiple arrests. Hi, everybody. Glad you're with us on this Saturday. I'm Michelle Esteban. Protesters were pushing back against what is called a May Day USA rally, which the counter-protesters are calling an anti-LGBTQ+ and anti-trans. KOMO's Karina Vargas joins us live with more on the chaos that went down.
Noble Chaz warriors return.
Yeah, Michelle, this counter-protest
Garden must be pretty big by now, right? Right?
Counter-protesters throwing things at some of the people here at the May Day USA rally. Police also said that items were being thrown at officers, and we saw multiple people, like you mentioned, getting arrested here today. But behind me, you can see that the May Day event is still going on as well, and you see a lot of the counter-protesters back there. There are now some barricades to kind of prevent them from coming to the May Day event, but we were there the moment that it all broke out. We saw dozens of counter-protesters clashing with police. There were multiple physical clashes, as well as police bikes trying to block the counter-protesters from getting closer to the May Day USA rally. It all started, though, as a counter-protest to the rally taking place at Cal Anderson Park by May Day USA, which is a religious pro-life group that believes in two genders. Those counter-protesters were yelling and making remarks about protecting queer and trans communities, but but there's still a lot of questions of exactly what led to the clash. We've also seen several police officers here on scene right now with their riot gear on, but again, police have confirmed that there were multiple arrests, and they also confirmed that no injuries have been reported so far, but we are still working on getting some of those answers on how many arrests have taken place here today, as well as what the...
Well, enough. Yeah, Patriot Front did a march through Kansas City, Missouri today.
On everything that went out today. But for now, in Cal Anderson Park, Karina Vargas, Coma News.
Karina, thanks very much. Some of those look pretty physical. We will continue to follow that.
Some of those look pretty physical. All right, there's some more video out of Seattle. Oh wait, actually I think this is something. There's also a concert going on in Seattle, so some of these videos are standing in line right now. A crowd just yelled "All hail Bang Chan." Okay, yeah, so that's concert stuff. All right, here's more arrest stuff.
Crazy arrest stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, backing up. Multiple arrests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people arrested. Multiple Antifa militants, maybe another one here. Yep, behind the bikes. Hey, who are you? Any comments, sir? What's going on here?
We're enforcing the law. That's all we're doing. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you, sir. That's the latest from SPD right now. The men and women of SPD doing their job. Think about the risk they're taking right now, just trying to keep the peace here at Cal Anderson Park. Again, today started off with a peaceful Christian rally to stand with children against transgender ideology. Dozens of Antifa militants dressed up in black bloc now trying to disrupt, pushing cops, fighting. Absolutely insane melee here right now. There are brawls happening. I can't keep track of what's happening, what's where. This is all being live streamed. Multiple. Guys, we got a huge brawl going on. Antifa and police. I know you're following. We got arrests happening right now. Antifa militants. Multiple people being arrested right now. Get out of here. Police, Antifa.
Yeah, not exactly what I would call fighting either, Jay Davis. It's more like soy boys falling over. Men pretending to be women screeching.
Antifa militants being arrested now. Wow. We're going to have dozens of arrests today. Guaranteed.
Andy's big balls. What, the cop's hair that answered that was talking to him? Or which one? This cop's hair? What about it? It's really kind of jarring. Cops don't usually have that kind of haircut. It looks like that Indian Democrat guy. Officer Shigur. That's the same video. Stupid Asian concert going on in Seattle. Mucking up the feed. John Redcorn. I thought I saved the Patriot Front march. Who had that? I think Daily Sneed posted it. Yep. Kansas City, Missouri. Patriot Front is conducting their annual Memorial Day march through the city center. They used to be in Nashville all the time, but I haven't seen them here in a while. They had Marines fighting in Austin.
Patriot Front is here in Kansas City, Missouri, in honor of Memorial Day. We are here at the National World War I Museum and Memorial to give a speech and to demonstrate our ideals to the country and the world. Reclaim America! Reclaim America! Patriot Front is here in Kansas City, Missouri, in honor.
Yeah, I don't know that they're feds. I'm sure there's a fed or two in the crowd, or in Patriot Front, of course, keeping an eye on them. But I think there's a lot of these guys are serious about this.
The men of our nation who fought in the world wars sanctified the soils of Europe and the seas of the world with their warrior blood. Each year we are called to remember America's fallen, these hundreds of thousands among them. Yet mere memory is not enough. It is not honorable to recall their sacrifice while forgetting that country for which they fought and died. They fought for a nation that was proud of its heritage, that was unashamed to say that America
Does this guy have a ponytail?
was built by and for the descendants of the European race, that was unafraid to say that we have a culture deeply steeped in the Anglo-Saxon traditions of our forebears. Did our ancestors storm the forests of the Argonne, the beaches of Normandy, or the cliffs of Okinawa, so that their grandchildren and their great-grandchildren could be despised minorities in their own home, driven from the cities they built, denied the very same rights they were supposedly dying to protect? The greatest tragedy is not the endless ranks of dead, the orphans and the widows, but for all their sacrifice, they were betrayed. Their lives were spent so that the United States could claim dominion over the world, and in so doing, forget its duty and purpose to its founding stock. We have come from all corners of this once great land, and believe me when I tell you that this does not appear as a country which has won.
Who's he talking to? Is there anyone listening to this speech?
The great battles of our age.
Jay Austen's ponytail is clip on. Their crowd does appear to be a little bigger.
From sea to shining sea, to face the next time the men of our nation shall march in great multitudes from sea to shining sea, to face a great and powerful foe, it will be for ourselves and our posterity that they do fight for the life of our nation, for the liberty of our people, for the victory of the American spirit.
Is Ponytail their leader? Let's see here. Yeah, he is. After action report from Patriot Front's leader, Thomas Rousseau. Oh, that's Thomas Rousseau? I've heard that name. I never knew what he looked like. Hundreds of activists crossed the length of downtown and host a speech at the National World War I Memorial. Yes. I guess I've never really looked that much into Patriot Front. I just always see the videos, the clips posted on X.
Today was the largest action we've ever put on as an organization. It was remarkably successful, and we accomplished every single objective we set out to for the day. As before, the organization is going viral on social media in response to our mass public assembly. I've seen all the arguments, and I'm sure more will be made very shortly. Let's break a few down. If our goal was to bolster a narrative about patriots being violent, to damn us all to prison cells, why were we so peaceful today? With so many eyes on us, we acted the same peaceful and disciplined conduct we always do. If we were a liberal NGO project to make conservatives look bad, why is our message so professional and patriotic? 100 PF marches don't make conservatism look as bad as one beer gut. Even liberals are getting in on the theories now, so no, we aren't agents deporting.
Chelsea, what's your ad on X? I'll follow you. I'll follow you back so you can message me.
Sort of charade, the curtains would have been closed by now. I'm still here. We're still here. Not one of the millions of words that have been spent to slander us have changed that, nor will they. I've disproven these claims again and again. That's not what I'm here to do now, because as much as I hope people lift themselves out of the pit of lies they've found themselves in, even this still helps us. PF has been built up as this big and mysterious conspiracy, and those who care to investigate have found us and realized the truth. Some of them were marching with us today. Of course, most knew we were genuine all along. In any case, keep talking. We'll keep growing. We'll keep building. And you know what? For a lot of our critics out there, if you're a true-born American, we're fighting for you. We're building a better nation, even for you, whether you like it or not. You may thank us someday, you may not. But that's not why we do it, if that wasn't apparent enough already. So where do we go from here? I'll tell you. It's no secret. PF appears in the public eye as a great and unanimous column, and we are. But what will happen now is all these hundreds of men will disperse into the continent, to any one of the nearly 24 networks the organization has established. They will meet with the many other members who weren't able to be with us today, and tell the stories of their experience. Their families will have lunch in the park next weekend as the men train. Some will catch up on the reading for their book clubs on their long ride home. They may greet members at their workplace on Monday morning. They could be scouring the streets of a city near you, dispersing nationalist materials sooner than you'd think. Oh, and don't forget all the interviews we'll be conducting to admit new members. Patriot Front is local to every single inch of this continent, and sooner or later, we'll be here again, on your phone or computer, in your diet of news for the day. I'll see you then. Oh, if you get impatient, you know where to find us.
All right, Chelsea. Hang on.
We'll finish this speech.
One outgoing state MP, Don, caused scene for Western Australia Parliament. Wait, what? Okay, I guess he ends his speech by drinking a shoe of beer.
And I'm used to getting told off, so we might as well get this over and done with. But I would like to say to the members and the constituents across WA, thank you for 2 fantastic terms. Cheers.
Order, members. Order. The Honourable Kyle McGinn will take his seat.
After he drinks his beer out of a shoe.
The Honourable member is very well aware that
This guy's definitely an honourable member.
ran a very fine line in offending the dignity of the council, so I assume his speech has concluded.
is.
Order, members.
I thought so long and hard about how I
Nice.
would finish this speech.
He thought long and hard about it too. Green drink shoe. Harvard Medical School morgue manager admits to stealing organs, selling them on the black market. Cedric Lodge pled guilty to interstate transport of stolen human remains on Wednesday. God, did he eat the ones he couldn't sell? From 2018 to 2020 at least, he participated in the sale of an interstate and transport of human remains stolen from Harvard Medical School morgue. Waste not, want not. Okay, so he took the remains home in New Hampshire without permission or knowledge of his employer, the donors, or the donors' families. After he and his wife sold the remains, they would ship the remains to buyers in other states, or the buyer would take possession directly and transport the remains themselves. Fractal, he was going to donate them to charity but didn't have the heart to do it. Way to go, Harvard. Yeah, cross state lines, just like Kyle Rittenhouse. A Chinese supermarket in Abuja, Nigeria doesn't allow Nigerians to shop there.
The building, that's the Chinese restaurant. Chinese supermarket, that's it here. So January they stop.
January they stop. When they stop Nigerians to enter the supermarket.
Why? Which one?
They're getting meeting notice, they're getting approval from government, they're getting anything there, make them bring that decision.
That's what they know since January.
But before January, people they enter.
Before January,
Last Nigerians they come inside before January.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. My name is ASG. Currently, we are at the Chinese chamber at Airport Road, Abuja. So we can, I and my friend, we are up to 3 or 4 here. So we are not allowed to enter the Chinese supermarket. So it's not a joke, it's not a lie. We did Abuja right now, we did the place now.
Oh, it's a joke.
So apparently, we are trying to, we've been want to try enter the place, maybe know how far. But we heard that now our Nigerian people, now then they sell, baby. They are the ones selling in there. So if we go there, they might lose their job. Me, I was thinking we should just go and try they will sell for us or not. But the security have explained things to us, and I think it's going to be wise. I don't want our people that are there working. They say even if they sell for us now, it will backfire on them. I mean, that's what they said. That's what they said. So we will not go to inside the. We don't want to force ourselves inside the supermarket, so it will not cause issues. So for now, we just confirm that okay, you cannot go in as a Nigerian. Okay, they said that it's from January. They stop allowing Nigerians to buy things since from January. So you cannot enter. It's only for Chinese people. So that's what we have confirmed it, and it's true. So that's it. So
how do you feel about this?
I feel devastated. I came here with drama actually. But you see things where they back, so I had to like behave myself.
Yes, you see,
I don't want to. Guys, stop it. Okay, let's talk what is more important right now. Nigerians are not allowed to go in. It's not a joke.
We came together with yeah, so we came together.
Is he Joe Biden? Not a joke.
Actually, see if it was true. Yes, so we came to see.
So you just came to cause trouble then? Sounds like they did the right thing.
You can actually walk in there to get something.
to go back
Yeah, and apparently they say that there are Nigerians working in there, so that if we go inside to get something, it might affect the Nigerians that are working inside. You get? So we are not allowed to go inside.
And so Nigerian people that are the security in the estate, so we will not want to implicate them. So we will not be going in.
Yeah, we don't just want to.
However, I'm so that they are not asking. Oh, that he call like this, so open fire.
You know, yesterday I heard you guys talking when we were talking about all this cold air, and you said, well, if the planet's warming, how come it's so cold? So we thought we would answer that for you. So Arctic air is contained by this polar vortex. It keeps it up there in the Arctic. However, as the planet is warming, climate change has actually caused significant warming up into the Arctic. So as that warm air comes up into the Arctic, that weakens the polar vortex, that boundary, and it allows that cold air to move south. And that is why climate change, global planet warming, actually allows some parts of the country to be colder than usual. For today, that cold air goes all the way down to
the mental gymnastics they go through for the global warming hoax.
Texas. We've got snow showers, Great Lakes, some snow in the northern Rockies.
Yeah, named it. I didn't realize I had the desktop audio volume pretty low there. So thank you for pointing that out. Al boofs adrenochrome. I believe it. Off-duty military police tried to detain these boys for carrying.
Where you from? How old are y'all? How old are you? How old are you? Hey, which one is yours? How old are you? Hey, which one is yours? That one? Shit, I want this one. I mean, I protect that one too. Huh?
Hey, I protect too. Hey, I'm gonna protect my guys too.
Who got some of us? I got some of me too. 21?
Huh? You 21? Well, that's real. You can't know that. Why you want to know my age?
Because you got a weapon.
Oh, you military police. That's what's up.
You
gotta know my age though.
Yes, I got legal to carry. Legal. Okay, let's see the concealed carry permit. Oh, you got permit. Permit, nigga. You talking about shit, nigga. You're not on duty. Nigga, you're not on duty. You're not on duty.
You're just go right now. Hey, go to prom. Hey, go to prom.
So we give a fuck about military permit. Nobody gonna do shit about that shit, nigga. Huh? Set your ass down, boy. Set your ass down. Like, shut your ass down before you get hopped on with it, boy. You got a whole girl back there. Shut your ass down, bro. Hey, shut the camera. This bitch ain't on your talk, bro. You wanna do shit, nigga? Look, you just yappy, look. Hey, respect.
I'm sorry, guys. We're not trying to start.
Against my ass, nigga. Pussy, nigga. Come on. Hey, fuck my 12, nigga.
Animal noises intensifies.
I fucked 12, nigga.
Yeah, I'm over 18.
Is this still Nigeria? Strowman says. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he really shouldn't be all up in their business, especially if he's an MP, but I don't know. I kind of hate everyone in that video. Why is Kevin Hart so mean? Oh, Chucky. The internet is forever.
But the president said today that he was sent here to look out for these working and middle-class families who are strained right now. So what should they read into him leaving now at this time of great personal financial hardship for so many to go to Nantucket for the week?
Well, first I would say, Peter, that I hope you're spending time with your family. I'm spending time with my family, and I hope everybody in here is spending time with their families. This is a time to put politics aside, spend time with your loved ones, and talk about what you're grateful for. I will also tell you from spending some time working for this president and a past president that you are president no matter where you are. He will conduct his work from wherever he is, on any vacation, on any time he is in Delaware, at Camp David, or wherever he may be spending time with his loved ones. He has secure phone capabilities. He has staff traveling with him, and I think the American people can be assured that he will continue to press to lower their costs and ensure they have more breathing room. First, I want to take a moment, though, to talk a bit about something important, and that's something hopefully you're all experiencing right now, personal time. Hopefully this holiday weekend you're able to take some of your own personal time to reflect or be with family or friends or barbecuing or going to the pool or whatever you may be doing. If you have kids like me, personal time is very hard to come by. I certainly cherish it. However, there is at least one person who is generally not afforded the privilege of personal time.
Oh.
And that person is the President of the United States, no matter who they are.
Oh,
and before you
unless you're Joe Biden, of course.
Feel bad for any moment. This is what presidents sign up for, all of them. There are no on or off buttons for national crises or the all-encompassing responsibility of the presidency.
Oh.
Wait for the building, that's...
Lots of wigs, eh? Oh! Got ourselves a classic wig fight.
Oh, that is crazy.
Let's talk. I was going to say the same thing. I feel like I've seen this one too, but then the longer it went on, I don't think I have seen it. They all kind of look the same. Weave Wrestling Federation. Fractal. I've not seen the Mark III flamethrower test. Should I search for that on YouTube? We bought and tested the 3 most searched for flamethrowers.
If you are white and you're listening to this, listen very closely. Lately, I've been seeing many of you complaining about Islam and the immigration and stuff like that. And I'm going to separate the white people in 2 categories. The Americans, Canadians, and Australians do not count because they are white people that live in a country that's not theirs. You guys have invaded those lands from the rightful owners. So when you guys get back to Europe, then we can talk. But for the European white people complaining about immigration and Islam, first of all, I want to tell you that Islam is going to take over every single square inch of the globe. And you guys might think that it's gonna be us dark-skinned people that are gonna take over. No, it's gonna be your own people. As you can see how fast Islam is growing. In the next 10 to 15 years, every white person is gonna have a Muslim member in his family. Nowadays you see white Europeans with blue eyes and blonde hair reverting back to the truth because they have finally seen the truth. And the thing is, there's nothing you guys can do to stop it. You guys can hate Islam as much as you want, and I want to thank the Western media for spreading Islam. A lot of weak-minded Muslims think that the media is picking on us and bullying us, but really and truly the Western media is working with us. They have succeeded in spreading Islam, but intentionally. A lot of people did not know about Islam, but nowadays we are the most talked about religion on the media, and thanks to the Western media for spreading the truth. And so I want to say there's nothing you guys can do to stop Islam, nothing. And also, just to add it, the weak Muslims are the ones.
Dude, you just got defeated by a train. I'm not scared of you.
Yeah, just to add it, sorry about the noise. Just to add, it's the weak Muslims that always talk about Islam being a religion of peace. Islam is not.
Are they the same guys that get scared at the sight of pork and beer?
It does not mean peace. It means to submit to Allah, and it is a religion of justice. Put that in your head. It's the weak so-called Muslims, the cowards of this ummah, that claim that Muslims are religion of peace. I want to clarify that as well. Islam is a religion of justice. We can be peaceful, but when it comes to it, we know how to defend our land, our religion, and our honor.
Well then.
This regime doesn't give a fuck if you die! These sick bastards in the house just passed their big, beautiful fucking bill, and it's full of cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, and SNAP. That means poor people, sick people, disabled people, hungry families. Apparently your survival is too fucking expensive. And Trump, he fucking violated a court order again. 12 migrants got deported to South Sudan, a country they're not even fucking from. No warning, no chance to speak, just ripped away like garbage, like their lives don't mean a goddamn thing. And now get this, Kristi Noem just revoked Howard's ability to enroll international students, not just new ones, existing international
is this the I don't give a fuck shit guy?
Are being forced to transfer out. These students work their asses to get out here, sacrifice everything, cross oceans, carry dreams in their fists.
Zombie, I recognize this guy. He ate half my Uber Eats fries.
And ABC, they just told you to tone it down on Trump. Are you fucking kidding me? Tone it down while the country's on fire. No, we don't tone shit down. We scream. We shove the truth in their faces. We call Trump exactly what he is. A fascist, a criminal, a lying fucking tyrant. June 14th, we fucking mobilize. Nationwide, loud, disruptive fears. This isn't a political issue. It's a fucking humanitarian emergency. We rise the fuck up and we do not stop.
Dougie, this guy needs to be institutionalized. And oh man. Dog fights off 5 coyotes in Brea, California. These coyotes will be back with more. Fractal, where'd you send those links at? Because all I found here was, see, Mark III flamethrower test, something from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 9 years ago. We bought and tested the 3 most searched flamethrowers. The hell is this? Oh, Fractal, yeah, you can't post links in the chat. Yeah, links don't show up in chat. So you gotta either put them in the Discord or send me a message on X or Instagram. Or tell me exactly what to search in the YouTube search. Okay. Just more mentally ill people. Not cool at all. Your husband is not cool at all. That's a man, baby. Bruce is the only pussy on stage. Diddy's team is reportedly working towards a presidential pardon from Donald Trump. Really? Trump ain't gonna pardon Diddy. I don't think. While Combs has publicly distanced himself from Trump in recent years. Yeah, bad move, Combs. Insiders say desperation has shifted his tone behind closed doors. Why the fuck would Trump help you now? Never gonna happen, P. Diddy. Kamala would, yeah, probably. What do we got here? Okay, Mark III power test by Carlos Gaines. You'll see a big fireball on the YouTube short thumbnail. This one, I'm guessing. That's 20% power. Can we see 100% power? Where do I get one of these things? Can I order this on Amazon? 55% power. Yeah, I need one for self-defense. Team move.
No, I ain't down. Don't point that thing at me. Looks like it's out of Halo. Lunchbox says it's out of Demolition Man. Yeah. All I know is I fucking want one. What is this? I need to see the 100% power. Got to sub to the OF for that. I might sub to an OnlyFans for if it was for flamethrower content.
Well, a New Jersey man who police say threatened to kill Governor Murphy has been arrested in Florida. U.S. Marshals spotted 53-year-old Russ Semerman Sunday in Florida while he was riding his motorcycle. That's when he pulled over and was arrested. No word yet on the nature of the threat he allegedly made as he waits to be extradited to New Jersey.
Only flames.
Well, a New Jersey man who police say threatened to kill Governor Murphy has been arrested in Florida. U.S. Marshals spotted 53-year-old Russ Semerman Sunday in Florida while he was riding his motorcycle.
We watched this one a while ago, but it's still very fucking funny. We'll watch it again.
They got her!
She carried you.
There she go. Hey, Tim, we got... There she go, ladies and gentlemen. The moment y'all been waiting for. They got her!
She carried you. Yo, free. Yo. He's carrying her like a book bag.
It's not even the full clip, but yeah, it got even funnier because the Yeah, Lunchbox. Yeah, her friend came out afterwards. He was a big old bitch. He's like, "You're not carrying that one, huh?" I love the look, the side glance look she gives the camera. It's so funny. Yeah, the Jan Sport. Yeah, the full clip is a lot funnier.
What? No, man, that's not me. You steady saying that's me. That's not me. It's not. I don't know where you get that from. That's not me. And you looking at it too. That's not you right here. That's not me. That's not me.
It's just a man that.
It's not me. It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
The question, because it's not me. It's not me.
What'd you put it on?
I ain't putting it on nothing. I'm just saying it's not me.
So who that is then?
I got no idea. That's not me.
Who's that then?
You're wearing the exact same thing, dude.
So who's that?
But it's not me. I ain't do it.
I ain't do it. They look nothing alike. Gotta give him props. He stuck to his story. The Shaggy defense. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I can watch this. France's budget minister eats booger right after picking her nose on camera. Oh, this just disgusts me. I saw someone do that in their car at a red light next to me the other day. I wanted to throw up. Dougie, I wouldn't go to France.
Beaucoup de fonctionnaires ont fait leur travail et ils l'ont bien fait.
Don't stop it. She missed lunch. Jay, why, internet? Why? Yeah, someone is always watching, especially when you're in like a government council session with 1 million cameras. Especially then. 3 victims who were brutally assaulted in Cleveland are outraged after a judge set their attacker free. It's not real. Good one, no face.
This is body cam footage of officers arresting Cyrus Walters last year for assault. Earlier this week, Walters was released from jail after he admitted to brutally assaulting 3 men.
I was fairly certain he was trying to kill me.
Walters viciously attacked David Dudley last year in downtown Cleveland. Dudley's a criminal defense attorney who was here on business. He represents clients from across the country.
I have been in front of over 1,000 judges.
But the one who's baffled him the most is Judge Cassandra Collier-Williams. Earlier this week, Cyrus Walters pleaded guilty to assaulting 3 men, including Dudley.
He ran towards me and kicked me in the ribs and my shoulder, and then multiple times in the back of the head.
Dudley suffered severe contusions and a broken shoulder.
This guy is unpredictably violent.
During Walters' bench trial this past Monday, Collier-Williams reduced his felony charge to a misdemeanor, allowing Walters to walk the streets of Cleveland once again.
Judge Williams didn't even put him on any kind of supervision. The prosecutor was shocked at that.
Shocked, he says, because when Walters addressed the court, he failed to take responsibility for his actions.
He neither apologized to me nor any of the other victims he acknowledged attacking. He showed no remorse, not one shred of remorse.
I feel the judge lay us down.
We'll call this man Tony. Surveillance video captured Walters beating on him in Tower City.
He broke my glasses, and also I had a few knots on the back of my head. I had a ring around my eye.
Tony says he's devastated by the judge's ruling.
She just gave him time served, which is, I think, ridiculous because I feel he's a menace to society.
After assaulting Tony, Walters was arrested and released the next day to attack once again.
What?
This time, he injured a man near Whiskey Island so severely he required stitches.
I ain't do no crime, bro. We've been walking this whole time.
Once again, Walters was arrested and released. That's when Dudley turned to 19 Investigates for help.
There was no detective on this case until right before the story ran, when they found out it was going to run.
We obtained video from the city's surveillance cameras showing Walters stumbling down the street after Dudley's attack.
By placing that on your news report, we were able to find him.
Tony identified Walters from our report, and police arrested him once again. He was again released, then rearrested. This time, Walters spent 2 months in jail until earlier this week when Judge Collier Williams let him go with time served.
The judge gave him the absolute minimum sentence that was available.
Well, happening everywhere. Of course, it's Ohio. Get your shit together, Ohio.
Way to get in this cop car and face.
Seriously? Step right around. You don't have anything on you that will poke me, stick me, or stab me, do you?
Maybe a penis.
Okay. I would prefer not to get poked, sticked, or stabbed by that.
Jesus.
Dashcam video shows the dramatic lead-up of a dump truck on a collision course with this home in Woodbury Heights, New Jersey, going around 40 miles per hour. You can see the path of destruction as the truck veered onto the wrong side of Glassboro Road about 1:30 Tuesday afternoon, taking out a utility pole before impact.
Went through the front yards, never braked, and just right into the house. You hear bam!
I could hear my neighbor calling for help, screaming for help.
David Keating wasted no time trying to help the homeowner.
I was able to talk to him for about 10 minutes until the paramedics got there.
As for the driver, rescue crews freed him nearly 3 hours after being trapped. The owner of the truck company, Zeiss Loft Trucking, says his longtime employee suffered a medical emergency behind the wheel.
He had no idea what happened. He had no idea. You know, all he knows is that he was stuck in the truck. I said, "You're down in the basement of a home, and I'm happy to hear that you're okay," because he kept assuring me that he was okay.
Zeisloff says the 73,000-pound truck was loaded up with concrete sand. The force of the crash destroyed the home. Crews demolished what was left.
The whole house is shifted like 4 foot off the foundation.
Damn, destroyed the whole house.
Dashcam video.
American houses are really made of cardboard. I don't know. I mean, a dump truck with that much sand in it's going to destroy most things.
Shows the dramatic.
That it in This Week in Hung? Really, it's been a really slow couple of days. Teen killer thought she got away, then her girlfriend turned her in. check and see if there's anything happening live. Looks like a negative. Live shark fishing. Some girl playing Contexto. Diddy trial. Hippie eating fruit. A lot of people gaming. Severe weather. Lynn, check Hong Zone. Oh, Hong Zone. Hassan banned on Twitch. He'll be back. Yeah, she's playing Contexto. Yeah. Stop stealing my ideas. Hassan's statement. I hope Twitch changes this policy in the future. Okay, wait, hang on. He's banned for improper handling of terrorist propaganda. Wow. His statement. I covered the motives of the Israeli embassy staff shooter. Twitch toss dictates a suspension for even critical examination of the manifesto. I believe this is a bad policy for news and press freedom. I'll take the suspension, but hope Twitch changes the policy in the future. So what is it, like a 30-day? Temporarily restricted for how long? It's probably like 1 day. Yeah. Check the date of the actual shooting. Check the date of the article. What? Oh, Sandy Hook stuff. Best TV news bloopers of the decade so far. Oh God, 27 minutes of it?
Next on Funny Local News. New Year's resolutions. Talk Truth Tea. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Bacon. All of this and more. But first...
It was jacket on, jacket off, jacket on, jacket off. Some rain would come.
Right here, back here, at all the time here.
Danny Shaw, who joins us now. Good evening, Daddy. Danny, thank you for being with us. So,
I was just like America doesn't just run on Duncan, cars do too.
For Alex Brown, professionally, this is a chance to demonstrate that she understands what she's doing.
I think, I'm a little bit of a pro, so it's time to level up here. This is a 110. You know what? I think this is enough of an accomplishment. We'll just leave that there.
Where is your spotter, Alex Brown? Cameraman Kenny.
I only do the 20s, all right, Alex? Don't be doing the 110s.
Yeah. Don't be a hero at that, Alex. We'll check it with you later.
There you go, cameraman Kenny helping her out. Whew.
But then that cold front comes through and significantly drops the dew points.
Here are the day's other big stories, starting with, excuse me, that is a big close-up of my mouth, but listen to this.
So here's one model. This one has definitely shifted a bit. So as you head through the rest of the night tonight, you can see.
My butt's wet. Oh my God, it's so wet. Okay.
Oh, is there holes in the bottom? Oh, I thought it had a thing.
No, my butt's wet, but it's fine.
Meanwhile, it's midday and Joe Emer is already under pressure.
Hormel is partnering with General Mills breakfast product Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That looks delicious, though, by the way.
Sanitized. It's a family show. Flavor is hand-rubbed into the slabs of the thick-cut bacon. He's not going to be able to make it. The Black Label Cinnamon Toast Crunch Bacon will be available at Walmart. Yep.
Matt, you interested? yeah. I don't think we're going to be trying any of that. That doesn't look very good.
A Jacksonville man just won $1 million jackpot from a scratch-off, where he bought the winning ticket. That's ahead at 6.
Not the best weather to be flying in, but certainly stormy storms. Stormy weather. That's going to be the blooper reel.
3. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no, I ain't messing with you. Oh no.
Everyone in McKinney is dead. The temperature, the heat index right now in McKinney is 10,000. What is that? 101,105. It's hot in McKinney.
Back up in Zealand, it's now nearly time for Joshua Vinson at the Show and Shine Car Show and Cruise.
Annual
We are live here. Oh.
Josh, I think you are so fantastic. That combination of that white car, so good. Well, this weekend, the 28th Annual Zealand Show and Shine Car Show and Cruise event kicks off with 200 cars lined up throughout downtown Zealand. That is where we find our 13 on your side's Joshua Vinson for a preview this morning. Josh, take it away, my friend.
Is what I was supposed to do, but yeah, that's right, Meredith. Coming up right after the break, I'm going to tell you how you can see hundreds of vintage cars just like this Corvette right here in downtown Zealand. Stick around. It's 6:44 and you're up at 13.
Well, you are left-handed. I noticed when you were doing your drawing.
I'm is it bisexual? Or is it?
I don't know if you're bisexual. Well, you could be. I don't know, Jeremy. Ambidextrous.
No, but it's not. I can't use both hands for everything.
Into Weekend, low 60s for Saturday, upper 60s to near 70 on Sunday, and Monday will be into the low 70s with full sunshine.
65 hot dogs, you better win some money. And I mean a pretty penny, because if I'm shoving all them wieners down me like that, I'm leaving here with something. Coming up after the break.
Starting today, only 3 Minneapolis beaches. Why?
Back in Detroit, anchor Ryan Armani is busy with an unexpected challenge of his own.
Get you caught up on some news now. A suspected vandal facing charges after allegedly leaving Beavis and Butthead graffiti all over Detroit. My goodness.
Dude, he probably made Detroit look nicer. How is that Beavis and Butthead? What?
Brian Heron calls himself Beavis, spelled B-V-I-S. I'm so sorry. Police say he left his mark on buildings and fences, even inside a supermarket. Heron actually, this is...
Of course, it's the month of March Madness.
Of course they arrested that guy, but no, the guy that assaults people gets let out.
So a popular time to get vasectomies.
Really?
Did you know that, Greg?
I had no idea.
Doctors at Cleveland Clinic. He was looking at me like, really? Really?
Great time to go out the door right now and take a dump, or take a
no.
and take a jump.
Really?
Great time to go out the door right now and take a dump, or take a and take a jump.
All right. Take a dump where?
But Joe, you say not everyone had a shining moment. Oh, I didn't mean to hit you. Oh my gosh,
that reminds me what happened to Pooh Wars. Yeah, I don't know. Pooh Wars ended quick.
Over to Joe, are you okay?
No.
I'm so sorry. Joe, I'm so sorry, dude.
I'm suing him.
My hips don't lie.
Oh. Oh my God. Am I having a tease? I'm sorry, I didn't see that coming. Tom, my hips don't lie either. We'll have another look at your forecast coming up in a minute.
Over at Twin Cities Live, it's the first day of fall, but that doesn't mean they can't have fun.
Other planets have fall equinoxes.
How do they celebrate on the equini?
On Uranus, they go nuts. They.
Oh, jeez, that is so not my jam. That's funny.
So they have to change the name of that, I think. They have to just say, like, I heard someone trying to say,
it's funny.
You know, anise, the baking ingredient? I heard someone really tiptoeing around that the other day, because that's a problem, too.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Boy, that's funny.
All right.
Anything involving Uranus is funny. It's just funny.
We're going to start things off with Les Crifton. Ooh, hey, don't splash.
Oh.
Hey, come on, that's rude, man. I got wet. Sorry about it.
Did you got wet legs?
I got wet.
Oh, man, I'll dry you off.
Hey, guys, let me tell you.
What? What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
That did not sound right at all. Oh, no. We're going to be in trouble now.
All right, checking in with a man who rocks, who's not a pop-up, but meteorologist Mike Rizzo, the daddy of weather. How's it looking outside?
Weather daddy.
I
see it already now, Mike.
Hashtag
weather daddy.
That's what's up.
Hashtag weather poppy.
Oh, Poppy.
Okay. Yes.
All right. Mike's, he's going to use it, guys.
I will. Weather poppy is here, and I'm going to deliver the forecast. Let's do this.
Never forget where you come from.
I love that. No matter how far I go, I just always find myself right here in Little Rock.
There you go.
I love that. That turned me on. Right. That turned.
I'm going to finish your read. Big River Landing West will make home owning a reality through 2 down payment assistance programs. Coming up.
Pump me up, all right? Pump me up. Oh, my gosh. All right.
Well, I was choking on a banana a couple of years ago. Remember I told you? I kid you not. Captain Awesome saved my life. Seriously.
All right. I'm
dead.
I mean, folks, I couldn't make this up if I had to. 67 degrees right now in Denton. Cloudy skies right now in Denton. We have 67 degrees. It's 68 at Dallas Baptist University.
Meanwhile, elsewhere in Studio 814, Rebecca Petner is at a different level altogether.
Once theaters reopen, they expect to release movies directly to theaters and on demand. AMC called the idea, quote, categorically unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Universal successfully released Trolls World War II. World War II.
Man, that movie took a twist.
Okay, it's Trolls World Tour. Excuse me, let me compose. Trolls World Tour. Okay, so because they
I might
did so
watch
well,
Trolls World War II.
Jordan, keep it together. AMC called the release an exception to the rule, though. It says changing the way movies are released. Take it.
Okay, so Trolls. They're mad because they released Trolls on demand and they don't want it to keep going because it was successful.
Yes.
They took away from the movie.
You were making me laugh so much.
That's the gist of it.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Check that movie out. Trolls World War II.
That would be a good one. Okay.
That would be the best thing I've ever heard. Oh my goodness. Okay. Folks, we're going to try to keep it together here.
Every player
unless they're from the same household, has to bring their own tennis balls so that you don't touch other people's tennis balls with your hands. You can kick their balls, but you can't touch them. I'm going to blush, sorry. Of course, if you're playing with someone in your household, you can touch those tennis balls. To avoid confusion between whose balls are whose, you can use a marker, like a Sharpie, to mark out, to put an X or put someone's initials on them.
Here, listen to this, guys. It's going to dip.
Was so
Well, it's going to drop. Dip is too kind. It's going to drop. Plummet.
She said it going to dip.
Plummet.
Boom.
That's the temperature.
Weather pop, lock, and drop it.
Why are we so happy
about
it's just dropping like
He
that?
said pop, lock, and drop
Lock and drop it. Hey.
I love that song. But that's
It's
the
a lot more
temperature.
cheery than I would be for 9 degrees, but to each his own.
All right, we're done. We're done. Get me off screen, because all I do is continue dancing to the song in my head.
Today's temperature, this morning's temperature, we got 53 coming in later today, everyone.
State health officials want you to watch out for foam, apparently.
Yeah, they issued their yearly warning on Thursday, asking people to avoid contact with foam on lakes and rivers. They say that it might have unknown chemicals or bacteria in it. Dangerous foam tends to be bright white, and it might pile up like shaving cream on the shoreline. If you do make contact with the foam, rinse it off or wash it immediately. Moral of the story here, just stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
That was good. That was good. Bravo. Yeah. Oh! Right now.
Hey, you can't be throwing bananas at people.
Falling bananas from the sky, everybody. It's cloudy with a chance of banana. The current conditions outside, 53 degrees, winds from the north at 14 miles per hour. Maggie, this is what I wanted to bring you through though, here on our future cast. It's going to be Are we giving up at this point? Is anybody paying attention to the forecast? Oh my God. Don't step on it.
Jeez Louise, it's like dog poo-poo. Don't step on the banana.
As on most mornings, Mary Nelson is basically enjoying the whole experience.
We shared a story a few weeks ago about what might have been the world's largest potato, named Doug. Well, it turns I love this story so much.
How many potatoes are named Doug? This is just the largest one named Doug?
It turns out, though, Mark, what a New Zealand couple dug up wasn't a potato after all. In seeking a Guinness World Record, scientific testing showed it's a 17.4-pound gourd. A bummer of a twist, Doug had become a local celebrity. The owners.
Doug was a local celebrity? Dougie Fresh.
Don't you love it? I just love this.
I love that they put in that. How do you know you call that little yellow truck?
Dump truck?
It's just sort of good for
They
tourism.
just named it Gordon. Hello, Locu.
Caitlin just off on the side.
See it in person.
You two have a case
Black
of the
Bar
Fridays.
I think this is only news
I
bloopers
missed
from
where
this
that was, but I
decade.
want to go there now.
I was in New Zealand.
Wasn't Chris P. Bacon last
I might
decade?
use my vacation for the year. Hopefully it survives to next year.
Pulling it together.
Hey, not one. Let's take 4 live looks outside.
Pew, pew, pew.
So Jen has had her caffeine.
Left one off. And actually, I was trying to do AJ's sound effect, and it just did not have the same impact.
That sounded like pew, pew, pew. You were trying to go, wee, wee, wee.
That's what I was going for, and it just didn't work.
You're going to need some more caffeine. Meanwhile, Dan's over here standing just like, what is going on?
Save me, Dan.
Nope, just going to wait my turn.
Of course, yeah.
Just going to wait my turn.
Look who came down this morning. I don't know if we can see Ruby. Ruby. Guys, back to you.
Aw, so cute.
Ruby looks different than the last time I saw her.
Ruby's been eaten. Ruby's not missing any meals.
We all have.
So cute. Thanks, Brandon.
I was trying to be so nice.
You're like, Ruby looks different. Listen, we're all staying at home. That's true.
The COVID-19. Oh my goodness.
How do we move on from that?
Now, are you looking for a snack to tickle your taste buds? Karen, do you like your taste buds tickled?
Every day. Before 9, if possible. Tony.
Sorry. Tony Q from Cornucopia Restaurant is helping us eat this morning with a healthy veggie snack.
Baked cauliflower fritters, avocado basil cream. Tony, I'm sorry for that.
No problem at all. No problem at all.
It was
Good morning.
heavy. Threw me off.
I know. I saw that. Good morning.
Sorry.
Okay.
Right.
That vase, before my mother passed.
John,
I'm sorry.
Your timing is
You
horrific.
did not do your homework.
Your timing is horrific.
My goodness.
Yes, John, tell us about your mother passing.
Okay.
Oh, you cannot do the laugh fit when we're not all together in the same room.
I know that.
Okay.
All right.
John?
Before my mom passed.
John clipped his mom. It sounds like it.
That's a terrible segue.
This is awful. This is awful. It's very sad. It is very sad.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm glad we're not alone. Oh, God.
For WDRB, it's already been a successful morning, but things are about to get even better.
70 years on the throne. That is a long time.
On the throne for how long?
70 years.
She's been on the throne for 70 years. Go ahead, you chuckleheads.
You weren't supposed to laugh. You were supposed to just roll on with it.
Yes, her legs are asleep.
70 years.
70 years. That is a long time to sit on the throne. I'm sorry you have to work with this. I really am.
All right, let's move on.
Let's do it.
If we can. A South Carolina dog has been crowned the world's oldest living dog.
Why is this funnier than...
Certified is the world's oldest living dog, 22 years and 50 days old. His birth date was May 17th. The Guinness World Records gave the toy fox terrier the title after passing previous title holder
22 years and
21-year-old
50
Toby
days
Keith.
is the oldest dog?
Chihuahua. You gotta be kidding me. The owners reached out to the Guinness World Records book after hearing... Oh boy. After hearing about Toby Keith.
That was good. That was like reading cat food and country music.
Walks and snuggling.
Well, producer Aaron's mom made wonderful cookies, little hearts, and bow and arrows. And I just grabbed a couple of the arrows.
I see.
And I gobbled the first one up real fast.
Yeah.
I saved one for you.
Thank you.
Well, you can't give it to her now. You touched it.
Well, she can have this one.
What kind of presentation is this? By the way, thank you to Erin's mom, who she baked us
the most delicious
cookies.
Gobbled it down,
All yours, Dina. I'm just going to sit over here in the dude section and mind my own business.
What happened to
the
heart-shaped one?
I ate that. So you just have the arrow.
I'm up for the Cupid and stupid cookie all of a sudden.
Do you want a bite of this one?
I am totally
Are you
good.
sure?
I already had some sweets this morning.
Because the arrow goes through the heart.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Delicious.
Anyway, yeah, I'm going to eat this later. Put that right there.
You
Thank
sure?
you.
You don't want to take a bite out of it now?
Take it home.
You could just, probably just 2 bites.
Yeah, it's good.
12 finalists: baseball cards, Battleship, Bingo, Bop It, Cabbage Patch Kids, Connect 4. Are these not in there already? That's fascinating.
How is Connect 4 and Bop It not already in there?
and
I can
Cabbage
see why
Patch.
Bop It is not on there, actually.
I still have my Bop It.
Okay, more unpacking we have to do with Roxy, but it's okay. It's a great workout.
Oh gosh. Hey, look, it's a Ken doll. Ken.
Oh, that was the whole point of the whole story.
Yeah.
Ken doll, yes.
Ken made it there as well. Move over, Barbie. All right, fans, you can vote on your favorite from now until Wednesday on the Strong National Museum of Play's website, which houses the Hall of Fame. Again, Bop It. Let's get there.
Did you just say Bop It is a great workout?
No, you're thinking of Skip It. Okay, Ryan, I just realized Bop It is, okay, we're going to do some more research. Maybe we should talk about this tomorrow.
By the way, on Facebook, Sid, I just got a text from my mother. She is in communication with her family in the Philippines as we speak. They're going back and forth on Facebook. They're watching live on Facebook this morning in the Philippines. Hello.
How you doing?
Good morning.
I wish I knew.
Good morning,
I knew how to say
Good evening.
How do you say hello in Filipino? I don't know.
Don't even. I'm going to get a curse because I'm horrible with Tagalog.
Tagalog.
Yeah, Tagalog. Yeah, I'm.
Oh, sorry.
No. That's the language.
That's the language.
Oh no. This is.
I'm sorry. Thanks for the tip. Really appreciate it. Let's go to Frank Ferragini. I'm not going to say Tagalog to you because that's not a thing.
Sid, you're cute. You're really cute, Sid.
I know. Okay, I'm going to have a stern conversation with someone off air here in a second. Frank, over to you. What's the weather looking like over the next 3 days?
Okay, let me take this and change it in a new direction.
Funny,
change it in that direction of something also that's nice and positive this morning, and that is your forecast.
If you connect with me, then you can send me a picture of your animal. We are not exclusive here. We pull in everybody, and here's the proof in the pudding, folks. Today we have a fluffle of bunnies. Look. Oh, I got Angel. Wait a minute. Hold on. Can I? This is ridiculous.
What? Where's your bunnies? Come on. We wanted bunnies.
This is ridiculous.
We're done. We're done. I think we should get a break.
Okay. He's trying to get feet pics.
All right, pull together.
Yeah, why is this going on so long?
Chuck has been bragging about bunnies that he wanted to share, and he has been working really
maybe
hard
he'd
on
been,
a bunny
talking
picture.
about it all morning.
And just to let you know what happened, Angel was our last time that we had it, and poor little Angel is adorable, but we can't seem to find the bunnies. So just getting you caught up to speed at home, this is what's happened. We've dissolved into laughter, and we will get this train back on the tracks for our next story. Chuck,
all right, we're
expecting bunnies.
Oh boy.
Okay. All right, what's happening now?
The same clip still going?
Okay. Nope. Truza, I can do it. I can do it. All right, holidays are done. Yep. Weather is cold and gloomy. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has more on how to break those winter blues.
Slowly but surely, anchor Lee Thomas is preparing for whatever it is that might happen next.
Young people are now taking themselves out on elaborate solo dates. And I'm going to be careful here because this trend is called master dating. TikTok is all over this trend.
Why are his hands white?
Because it doesn't just include dates. It might also involve buying yourself some nice gifts. Take yourself to dinner first. Even spending some time with buying yourself some flowers. One expert suggests that your co-anchor keep reading the rest of this, but she won't because she wants me to
now I see what you're talking about from the last one.
You can send yourself flowers in the morning with a card that says, "Can't wait to see you tonight. Come on, man. Is this real? The point is to love yourself as a person and realize you deserve good things. Oxygen. Somebody. Steve, you got oxygen over there? It's called master dating. It's a solo date with yourself. Come on.
If I can't do blackface, you can't do white hands.
Stop it. Stop it. Oh, Lord. Help me. You can't. Man, it said it all in the prompter. I didn't make any of that up. Why didn't you help me? Why didn't you help me? Okay. Say it slow as possible. Divide the words. Be careful.
I'm over your master dating.
Oh man, here we go. Nope. I don't need close up. I do not need it.
Seriously, do it. Do it.
Right, Kimbo, where on his body does the blackness start?
Here's the thing. It's not funny to me at all.
Are you sure?
But Lee was so sure that he was going to be able to breeze through that story, and I said, no, you're not. Ain't no way.
I tried to read it.
And I've actually never seen you lose it before, and that was so enjoyable
Does he have gloves
for me.
on?
I got a tear.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, it hurts. Oh, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Are you a big master dater?
Oh man, here we go. We want to hear what your comments are and thoughts on anything we talked about.
Yeah, I was too distracted by his hands on that one. Toronto mayor dancing.
Hey, Toronto is a total crime wave city. It's becoming a failed state. Here's the mayor of Toronto, Olivia Chow, dancing at the Carabana. I'm not sure if I want to see any leader, left-wing, right-wing, young or old, dressed in that way, but Olivia Chow has decided to be the costume party equivalent of Justin Trudeau. Hey, if it worked for him, it might work for her. She can dance her way from party to party while the city crumbles
the news
around.
bloopers are over, but I'm not sure you can take the noose off just yet.
There's homeless encampments under the overpasses. There's an incredible car theft crime wave. People are literally installing bollards. You know what I mean? Like those big post retractable bollards on their own personal driveways to make it physically impossible for people to steal their cars. It's an incredible thing to watch such an amazing city that once had the nickname Toronto the Good decline.
Blaine, gross, that's a Chinese spy. Good to see you, Blaine. How you doing tonight? I know one from 1,000 miles away. Our mayor, Karen Go of Bakersfield, is a Chinese spy. Let's check out Karen Go. I feel like I've seen her before. Oh yeah, this bitch. 0 people have any clue where she came from. Yeah, I think there was a story on her at one point. What's Fang Fang up to? Heading to the bar, Blaine? Yeah, this is definitely Spy Face. This is Fang Fang's mother, actually. Karen Go sounds like an Order a Karen service. Oh man, are you onto something there? I need to order a Karen to go yell at some people for me. Bakersfield, so a total weirdo. I mean, Bakersfield elected her, so yeah. Teen killer thought she got away, then her girlfriend turned her in.
At 5:30 a.m. on October 3rd, 2021, a concerned neighbor called 911 after a house fire had engulfed a home at the 2400 block of 15th Avenue Court in Greeley, Weld County, Colorado.
No, there's a house on fire.
Okay.
I think there's someone in there.
Okay, what's your phone number in case we get disconnected?
I don't know, man. The house is fire. Somebody's in there, I think.
Okay, I have this in, and just to confirm, is that going to be a house or an apartment?
If the house is on fire, man,
okay,
you need to get the firemen here.
They're coming as fast as they can, okay? What makes you think that someone's inside?
Because there's a dog barking, and there's a car in this place. Man, you got to get the fire squad.
Okay.
Our sincere condolences to the family and friends of the victim. By the time first responders arrived on the scene, the blaze was completely out of control and a danger to anyone who got close. That meant officers were helpless to rescue anyone who might have been inside.
Is anybody in there? We don't know. The dog's we've been trying to get him up for.
Yeah, person maybe.
Dispatch 492 to confirm we
Save
have
the
fire
meth.
on the way. House is fully engulfed, and we don't know if everybody's out of the house.
The next-door neighbor feared the homeowner, 35-year-old Christopher Dickerson, was still inside
Fractal,
when the
this is
fire
what happens
started,
when you charge
and there
someone
appeared to be
full
several
power.
clues to
Probably.
suggest he might have been right.
I think his car's still in the garage. Yeah.
Fire's gotta be here.
Yeah, bro.
Where's CJ when you need him?
Yeah, I tried running on the other side, on the fucking window on the other side, but I don't think anybody heard. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we don't know if anybody's inside yet.
There's officer floor, good police, anybody in there?
Dude, there's no way, there's no entrance in.
Roman, I'm sure I have that video somewhere,
We
but
can't get in there.
finding it would
That's
be
Chris's dog barking in the backyard,
a
but
quest.
more alarmingly, Chris's blue Hyundai Elantra was still parked in the driveway. If Chris was inside the residence, then there was no way officers could have helped him. All they could do was wait for the fire to be put out before they started the search of the building's remains.
We couldn't. Like, we got here, it was fully. I mean, we think there's somebody in there. I don't really know how to help these guys at all.
When the fire was extinguished, everyone's worst fears came true. They found a body amongst the wreckage of the house, later confirmed to be Chris's body, leaving his family in turmoil. But the
this is
news
not the
didn't
crispy
get any
bacon
better
that video
after the
asked
Weld
for.
County coroner performed an autopsy and discovered that Chris was already deceased when the fire started. The coroner came to those conclusions because of several inconsistencies, such as the pattern of the burn marks, the lack of smoke in the victim's lungs, and more importantly, the multiple stab wounds to the victim's neck. Investigators, led by Detective Jerry Burrows, also noticed signs of a struggle, and it looked like someone had rummaged through Chris's belongings, as an old engagement ring was missing. Detective Burrows officially opened a murder investigation, and the race was on to find out who was responsible. Investigators discovered that a neighbor had surveillance cameras installed nearby, and they pointed straight at the driveway at Chris's property. That footage showed some highly suspicious activity that started when Chris returned home to 2413 15th Avenue Court at 2:16 a.m. on October the 3rd.
The fire stabbed
He
him.
parked his Hyundai Elantra in his garage before heading into the residence, but he wasn't alone, as right behind him appeared a silver Chevy Malibu. The vehicle parked in front of the house and paused before it parked in the driveway. Two people got out of the vehicle and entered the residence. Then, at about 2:50 a.m., the Malibu drove back into the road in front of the house before Chris's Elantra backed out of the garage and into the driveway. All three people got into the Elantra as it pulled away, returning again at 3:07
Really,
a.m.
Hoosier?
The three occupants then entered the residence once again. They all stayed inside Chris's home for over 2 hours until 5:08 a.m. when a figure emerged from the house and entered the Chevy Malibu. Then nothing happened for the next 5 minutes until another person left the residence and also got in the Malibu before they drove off into the distance. But it was only a few minutes before the vehicle returned, and this time only one person left the vehicle
Yeah,
and
FT,
entered
YouTube's
Chris's
been getting
home.
crazier and
That was
crazier
the moment the flames
with,
started.
censoring
Through
the
the
chat.
window of Chris's home, it was possible to see the exact moment the fire was lit. The suspected arsonist then left the residence once again and calmly walked toward the Malibu as the flames started to engulf the house. When investigators saw that footage, they knew they needed to find the occupants of that Chevrolet Malibu. With the help of traffic surveillance cameras located in and around Greeley, they found the vehicle they were looking for, or at least one of them. The Malibu was registered to a Mr. Rodriguez, but as investigators tracked the vehicle's movements,
Sergeant
they
in
realized
Greenleaf
there was
says, "Thanks
another
for streaming
vehicle
every day in
involved.
May."
The Malibu drove
You're
to
welcome.
a nearby address where the
Can't
two
believe it's
suspects
almost over.
parked and got into
Got one
a
more
different
week.
vehicle.
7 more
This time they were
streams.
driving a Chevrolet Tahoe, and it was registered to 19-year-old Stacy Rodriguez, who just happened to be the sister of the Malibu's owner. Stacy Rodriguez resembled one of the suspects at Chris's house on the 3rd of October, and her girlfriend, 21-year-old Hosanna Varela, resembled the other suspect in question. Investigators bided their time, and it was 5 weeks before the couple were arrested. But when they were, Detective Burrows and a team investigating the murder had built such a strong case that the suspects would have some tough questions to answer. To keep the situation under control, the officers told Stacy and Hosanna their questions were merely procedure, as both suspects had been seen in the same bar as Chris on the night of October the 3rd.
No, I don't want to talk to you. I don't know.
You don't want to?
I don't know. Yes, I'm fine to talk to you.
Are you sure?
I guess,
okay,
yeah.
you don't have to.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right. Quick question. So, case I'm working, we're talking to everybody who was at a bar on a night, October 3rd, 2013. It would have been a Sunday morning, Saturday night leading into Sunday morning. Yeah. Okay, were you ever at Cubetta's that night?
October 3rd?
Yeah.
It was on Saturday?
Saturday into Sunday morning.
I think so, yeah.
What's that?
I think I was at.
You were at Cubetta's? Okay. How long were you there for?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
Okay. Do you remember being at the bar?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
I usually go there kind of like a lot, so.
Okay, you go to that bar a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember talking to anybody while you're there?
I see my friends there all the time, but.
Who are your friends?
Just the people that usually are at the bars.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Who are you there with?
It could have been with, I have no idea, my sister or, yeah.
Who is that?
Stacy.
Okay. Were you there with Stacy?
Maybe. I could have been, yeah.
All right. Do you remember October 3rd at all?
Not really.
Okay. When you were there, did you ever see this guy?
No, he doesn't look familiar.
He doesn't look familiar?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You never saw him? Never saw him at the bar or anything? Okay. The case involves him. That's the case I'm investigating.
Oh, okay.
But you never saw him or anything?
He doesn't look familiar. No.
Okay.
But the Greeley Police Department had evidence to suggest Hosanna wasn't being as honest as she appeared.
Did you ever go?
You think she appears to be honest here? She's literally shaking and sweating and looking around. Remember stabbing him in the neck and lighting his house on fire? Don't recall.
Oh, after the bar, where did you go?
Probably to my mom's.
Where does your mom live?
She lives on the west side. I don't know her exact address.
Okay. All right. On the west side?
Yeah.
Like, where at?
Know your
like
mom's
over there
address?
by the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, like 29th Street?
Yeah.
Okay. Like in the, is it west of 29th?
Just
Buffalo
cheeseburger
Wild Wings?
DTs.
Okay. All right. Where does she live? Like a
It's
house?
the T-Bone Ranch
Like
in apartments.
Apartments?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they at T-Bone Ranch, or there's like apartments further down?
I think it's the T-Bone Ranch.
Okay, because the T-Bone Ranch is right across the street from Buffalo Wild Wings.
It's a little bit more down.
Is it like all the way down, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So your mom lives there. You went to her house afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay. But you don't remember ever seeing this guy?
I don't know. He doesn't look familiar.
Okay. He doesn't look familiar to you at all? All right.
No.
Did you ever go to anybody's house that night?
No.
You never went to anybody's house?
No.
Okay. Never went to this guy's house?
No.
Okay. Would you have been too intoxicated to remember anything?
I was pretty drunk. I'm usually get like drunk like on the weekends.
How drunk were you?
I have no idea.
Like, would you have remembered if you went to somebody's house and you were hanging out with somebody?
Maybe.
Okay. Yes or no?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. You would have remembered so you would have remembered this guy.
He doesn't look familiar.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to tell me, or anything else you want to know?
No.
Okay. All right. Brett, are you good? Right here. All right. I'm gonna go chat with Stacy real quick. Okay. What car were you guys in that night?
I don't know what car I was in.
Do you guys ever drive a Chevy Malibu?
No, I don't think so.
You've never been in a Chevy Malibu? Okay. Does anybody you know own a Chevy Malibu?
No. My mom used to own a Chevy Malibu, but she don't have that.
Nobody else owns a Chevy Malibu? Does Stacy own a Chevy Malibu?
I don't think so.
Does her family own a Chevy Malibu?
I don't have no idea.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
According to the surveillance footage, that vehicle should have been very familiar to Hosanna because they suspected she had been inside it. So the officer moved on to Stacy to see if she would tell a different version of the events. Conveniently, though, she was driving the Chevrolet Tahoe from the night of October the 3rd.
She doesn't believe she's ever been to the 2413 15th Avenue Court address. She doesn't know anybody who drives a silver Chevy Malibu. No. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. And have you ever driven a Chevy Malibu?
No.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Stacey, will you step out of the car for me? You can grab your phone if you want.
Yeah. Can I grab my phone? Just because it's wet and I don't want to get.
Yeah.
Neither Hosanna or Stacy could recall the events of October the 3rd, even though the Greeley Police Department had strong evidence to suggest they were the two mysterious individuals who set fire to Chris's home.
You don't have to have it. It's up to you. We're going to double.
It's 2 handcuffs on you, so it's a little bit easier for you, okay?
I'm going to go. Son, turn around for me. You're under arrest. Put your fingers together. Like, there you go, interlace them. There you go. Gee, cuffs. Good. I don't have mine. Do you guys want to roll up? I need another set of cuffs. Never mind. I got another pair if you need to. I think we got two.
I need 2 pairs. But yeah, they can arrest you without telling you why immediately.
All right. You're under arrest for first-degree murder, arson, burglary, and tampering with a deceased body. Okay? All right. That's what you're being charged with. Stacy's being charged with that as well too. If you want to talk to me, I'll talk to you about it, and I can understand what happened that night. Okay? It's only if you want to. You don't have to. If you want to talk to me, I'll listen to your story. I'll always listen to people's story.
Yeah.
Okay? Is that something you'd like to do? Is talk to me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Can we talk like
We're going to talk at the station. Okay. Away from everybody else.
Okay.
Away from Stacy.
Okay.
Is that something you'd like to do?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll hear your story.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can see it in your face.
Okay.
All right.
It didn't take long for the officer to persuade Hosanna to talk, but cracking Stacy would be a different matter altogether.
Stacey, have you been informed of what you're arrested for?
No.
They don't really have
being arrested for first-degree murder, arson, burglary, and tampering with a seized body. Okay.
Is there proof of that?
Yes. Okay. If you want to talk to me, I'll hear your story and talk to you. Okay. It's up to you. You don't have to talk to me.
You can lie
but if you want to tell me your story, I'll listen to you. Okay. But I do have proof.
If they had ultimate proof, they wouldn't be going through this whole thing of getting them to confess and answer questions.
It's not a coincidence I ended up here right now. Okay? So it's up to you. Would you like to speak to me about it? Like I said, you don't have to. I'm not going to force you to do anything, but if you want to tell me your story, you can.
Can I smoke or no?
This is why
you can probably arrange for you to smoke. Okay. Doesn't mean you have to talk to me if I let you smoke. But I can probably. Do you have cigarettes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to grab them?
Where are they at?
They're right here. Do you see like the top? So there's like the first one, on the roof.
They stand right here. Yeah.
On the roof.
What do you mean the roof?
Like kind of like where the lights are.
Oh, can I go in there?
Yeah, but it's the first one.
This one?
Yeah, but it's weird. You gotta do you see that little clip?
Okay. You got a lighter?
A lighter on the keys, yeah.
Oh my gosh. You get it? Okay. I'll leave your keys there, all right? Stacey, I'll let you think about it, okay? All right? Remember, it's your decision. Stacey, I'm going to head over to the station, and I'll meet you there, and you can think about it, okay? All right. Kel's going to stay here, and then we got another officer here, too. Okay. They're on their way.
What we'll be doing with the
It's towing.
Okay.
Getting towed. What's that? No, it's going with us. It's getting towed.
What up, undercover off duty?
Neither Stacey nor Hosanna knew that the Greeley Police Department had done thorough homework before they even thought about making the arrest. Using cell phone records, they were able to track every single movement of Chris, Stacey, and Hosanna and used surveillance footage to piece the case together. On October the 2nd, Chris had sent a text message to a friend telling them that he was planning on going to a couple of bars that night. A short time later, he was driving along downtown Greeley on the hunt for somewhere to drink. He picked Cubetas, one of the most popular places in town, where he danced the night away and drank mostly by himself. In fact, Cubetas also happened to be one of the only places where underage Stacey was able to buy a drink. She was there that night with Hosanna. As the night progressed, Chris met up with his friend Dolores before events out of their control brought an end to the evening's fun. At around 1:30 a.m., a fight broke out inside the bar and everyone scrambled to avoid being involved, with several customers escaping out the back doors. With them was Chris, and this is where he met the people who would eventually murder him when he approached a Chevrolet Malibu in the parking lot of the club. As Chris walked past the vehicle, he stopped, turned around, and said something to the occupants before returning to his own vehicle nearby. The Malibu then followed Chris's Elantra all the way to his driveway. The evidence presented by the cell phone records and surveillance footage suggested that Hosanna and Stacey were responsible for the crime, had killed the victim, and then staged a robbery before setting fire to the crime scene. But this, of course, was only speculation by the investigators. They needed one of the two suspects to talk. Stacey was charged with first-degree murder, first-degree arson, tampering with a deceased body, and 2 counts of second-degree burglary, which means she could face a long time behind bars if found guilty. Hosanna was charged with first-degree murder, first-degree arson, tampering with a body, and being an accessory to a crime. But she had a plan to try and get a reduced sentence by confessing everything to the investigators. Once she was in the interview room, Hosanna claimed the relationship between her and Stacey had deteriorated in the months leading up to the murder. The two had met at work and would engage in an affair behind the back of Hosanna's partner, with whom she had 3 children. Hosanna eventually left her partner and moved in with Stacey, but over time, Stacey became abusive towards her. She also claimed she had thought that Stacey might have been a part of a violent gang back when she lived in California.
On that day or the next day, And I was like, who were you talking to that you told them about the like fire? And then she goes, nobody. She goes, I didn't tell anybody. And then I was like, but I heard you on the phone. And she goes, I didn't tell anybody, don't worry about it. And she like gave me a kiss and then just went on. And so she never brought it up again. And so I don't know who she could have told or, but like throughout our relationship, like she was like associated with like these like people, like I don't know, like her like gang that she was like associated with. I never like met them, and she was always like fearful of like them.
Was that like a local thing, or because she's from California, right?
Yeah,
was it a California thing or a local thing?
She said that they were from California and her brothers were like involved with them. One of her brothers that he's like in jail right now, and so I don't know if it could have been like them.
Was she close to her family?
She was not really.
Okay.
But I know she was real close with one of her brothers, and that's the one that is in jail. She was the closest with him.
Okay.
According to Hosanna, Stacy's violent nature would be unleashed on the night of October the 3rd, 2021. Chris was leaving Cubetas when Stacy called him over to her car. Chris invited the two women over to his place before driving home with his new friends in tow. Back at Chris's home, they started drinking vodka, and that was when Stacy started to ply Chris with alcohol while pretending herself and Hosanna were drinking the same amount. In reality, Stacy was watering down every drink except for Chris's. During the night's drinking games, an argument broke out between Chris and Stacy, and it escalated completely out of control when Stacy started throwing beer bottles.
Oh. Quick, now, is she on top of him, or where is she at?
I don't think she's on top of him.
Okay, so she's kind of standing, and then Chris is on the couch.
Yeah, and I think maybe he's trying to get up. I don't know.
Okay.
And then she grabs the beer bottle and goes to hit him, but she misses. And I go, no, don't. I go, let's just leave it. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. And she looks at me and she I think she grabs another beer bottle, has that same one in her hand, and then that's when she hits him on the head, and gets another one, and then hits him again, and there's blood and
when does she get to the
blood
stabbing?
on his face and like everywhere on him.
Oh, is there a chase, Hogan? I didn't know there was a chase. We have a chase. We'll get back to that after the chase.
Surface streets, you see the LAPD just behind, sirens on, spotlight overhead. At one point, the car, according to our speedometer tracker there in the top right corner of your screen, hitting close to 80 miles an hour.
The victim would have died of
seemingly
embarrassment
trying to get up there once again. So it is, as always, is when we know on these pursuits at this time of day, especially on a weekend and on these surface streets, it starts to get particularly dangerous with the darkness, with you don't know who else is on the street right now, and any potential obstacle or anything else that this could run into at the moment.
Yeah, again, we're working on what this driver was
over,
wanted
fat kid.
for,
They did
but
not
you can
get the guy
see
from the other
them
night.
pretty much evading officers right now, going pretty quick down the streets, now down Sherman Way near Rubio Avenue in Lake Balboa, 60 miles per hour, pretty quick on these surface streets.
I was about to
here.
wrap up the stream
so this
after
always
that
makes
video.
It for a really dangerous situation, right, Gio?
Here
when
we
they're
go.
on
Got ourselves a chase.
roadways through neighborhoods, because there's so many intersections here, and it looks like they're pulling into this gas station, just using it as a way to navigate through the intersection, and once again headed on Balboa Boulevard and Sherman Way. And it looks like all the windows here are tinted, so it's really hard to see just how many people are in this vehicle, if this person has any dangerous weapons. Again, we're working on seeing what this person was initially wanted for, but now they're wanted for evading officers.
And so far, based on the view we've been able to see just from our vantage point here, as the car just sneaks through right there, right across from another car in traffic, these are so frightening and worrisome as you start just these close calls left and right with other vehicles and potentially other people on the street. You see one LAPD cruiser in the back, and we at one point saw a second one, but right now at spotlight overhead, perhaps they're in tracking mode, but keeping an eye on it, because right now at 90+ miles an hour, this is something incredibly dangerous, especially considering that we're not on a freeway, we're not on a highway right now, and just a number of cars we've seen on the street already. And this car, clearly no worry about cutting through gas stations, cutting through anything, and see if it does it again or just finally slows down a little bit. But here's where that heavy area starts.
And you can see they're passing another LAPD vehicle on the other side of the roadway there. And we know that even though they may be passing some of those LAPD vehicles, not everyone is working on this pursuit. Some officers obviously still have to patrol their areas. But you can see, Gio, it looks like the patrol car that's pursuing this wanted suspect is really pushing far, far back. They're still pursuing, but I'm kind of wondering now if the sergeant in charge there is saying, hey, we need to pull back. This is just simply too dangerous, as they're once again cutting that intersection here on Havenhurst and Rossville Boulevard in North Hills area. Oh, no. Now there's 3 LAPD cars. So to take away my thought about them pulling off, because now I have 3 LAPD cars following this pursuit suspect.
And it's something that could point into the danger aspect that you're talking about, Leslie, there. We were just told a couple minutes ago that the call came in as a man with a gun, but we do want to clarify that we don't know if the driver is armed actually right now. So once again, the earlier comment too of the windows being particularly tinted, it's hard to make out if it's just the driver in the vehicle, if there's other people in that vehicle with that driver as well, and what exactly is going on with that person as we speak. But so far, LAPD seems to just have a firm grasp of where he is and just maintaining some sort of minimum safe distance. But right now, cars zooming left and right in North Hills, on Virginia Street, and Valjean Avenue. So you see people on the side of the roads, you see lots of traffic. Every time you get to one of these intersections right here, it's nerve-wracking because you don't really know what's going to happen and where this car is going to end up, because we've seen a million different circumstances, as it looks like we lost the feed there for a second, back on it right now and coming in and out. But things are still, it's starting in Reseda, Lake Balboa area, now in North Hills. It continues to go on the stretch of maintaining itself on the surface streets and going left and right at intersections and just kind of keeping this pursuit going and going.
Coming up to yet another intersection, and you wonder what they're going to do. Again, make another sharp turn right in front of a car that was in that turn lane. And it looks like they're, again, going to cut those turns very close. You saw that car have to hit on their brakes there, that white car, because they saw LAPD vehicles. Luckily, that driver paying attention there, because those are the situations that we really fear most in these pursuits. But yeah, it's hard to really make out. You can see it looks like maybe the driver, the driver's side. They were going to make a left and continue to go straight. Looks like the driver's side, you can kind of make out someone. I'm not sure if the window's down a bit, but you can see the steering wheel in the car, and a light there as well.
Either that's a phone or a screen or something in the middle, with the dashboard on the newer vehicles or such. But you're right, it's hard to tell.
Lunchbox says foot bail incoming. All right, how do we think this one is?
Yeah, this definitely looks like he's driving through
some sort of
neighborhood. But right now, last we zoomed out, it was 3 LAPD. You see 2 there on the right side of your screen. We did see a 3rd one just behind. So in a constant pursuit right now, North Hills right here is where it cuts really close.
Because now they're driving on the wrong side of the road there. Trying to get on the right side, but police officers, patrol vehicles still following them, and that makes that for a dangerous situation. It does look
like a phone, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe this driver is on the phone, and that happens many times. You'll see them try to make the last-ditch efforts to call someone, or also, text someone, or try to get to some sort of sometimes we didn't go back home,
And we've also seen scenarios where they drop the car off at a specific location and then bail out of that to perhaps get into another car. I mean, we've seen it all. at this point. But right now on Woodley Avenue and Superior Street in North Hills, and approaching 80 miles, exceeding 80 miles an hour at one point.
Police call it off / get away.
Or danger so much in this situation, as it kind of goes without saying, considering traffic, considering parked cars, other vehicles that have had to slam on their own brakes just to get out of this car's way. But then you add in the fact that it looks like this driver's on the phone, either calling or texting. That just adds another variable here that could add to something really, really dangerous for not just the driver, but for other people as well.
Very fast driving through some of these surface streets, you know, and a holiday weekend, people are out and about. They're going to make another sharp turn here on Devonshire Woodley Avenue in the Granada Hills area now, and we're going to try to make it past some of these trees here.
Hostage.
But it looks like that driver who was initially wanted possibly as a man with a gun. That's how the call came in. It looks like at least one person, we know the driver's in the car, possibly on their phone. Couldn't make out if anyone else is in this vehicle because was that a pedestrian? Or were they trying to go over some spike strips?
Potentially.
Okay.
I mean, it was such a sudden shift there. It was hard to tell, especially with how dark it is, too.
Saw the driver swerve.
You know, and sometimes in these situations, you know, when we talk to folks like Dave Avila when he jumps on with us, like when you see these vehicles stay on these,
the freeway.
Well, there we go. I was going to change up what my thought was. When you stay on those surface streets, it's because it's an area typically familiar to the person, and they're just trying to find a way to extend the time as much as possible. But now the dynamic changes entirely when you jump on the interstate here on the 405, and now all of a sudden you have a lot more space to operate, and then you have to potentially start incorporating potentially CHP and any handoffs or anything like that. It changes everything as we now start to keep an eye on this heading onto the freeway.
Turn signals.
And you wonder, they were on these surface streets for so long, pretty much just going around the same area. This driver now deciding to hop on the freeway there, but you wonder, are they going to just try to make their way back to the North Hills area or the Lake Balboa area where we believe this all started?
And it would be the first time we've seen someone pull that off either. You know, maybe they're usually, or sometimes rather, just buying themselves time on the freeway and then taking what you just mentioned, a very long loop around to eventually where we started. But it's just...
I don't know if our speedometer there is correct. Obviously, it's not, so you don't want to always pay attention to that. But it does look like this car is going at least 100 miles per hour. I could bet that is correct.
And what we don't see right now, what we did see just a couple of minutes ago when the car was on surface streets in Granada Hills, and as now we keep an eye on it from a more zoomed out perspective, and you see LAPD in the background, is you don't see that light flickering anymore. You don't see that what we assumed was a phone light coming from the driver's side. And just as I say that, maybe you do make out a tiny one right there. It is really hard to tell going back to those tinted windows and everything else that plays into this. But right now it looks like going on the 405 south toward in Van Nuys, but there's LAPD just behind it. 1, 2
Maybe this guy's in the same gang as that fat Mexican.
In the shot's view as we get to 100 miles an hour right now with this suspect.
Maybe it's her brother.
As once again, this call initially came in as a man with a gun. We can't confirm whether or not that driver is actually armed, but that's how the call initially came in. And we've just been watching LAPD stay right behind it. Started as 1, looked like 2 for a moment, and then 3 at one point. It was the most we've seen just based on our vantage point up here.
Yeah, and you know the LAPD airship's still overhead here. LAPD still staying on top of this pursuit at this moment, but you wonder if they're now coordinating with CHP. And if CHP will now take over because they are on the 405 South. A lot of times that is when CHP will take over just because they're more used to these areas and the pursuits on the freeway. But you can see they're just going right around cars, going from the slow lane here, the first lane, I should say, and riding right there, the shoulder.
Yep.
Completely off the roadway right now, riding the shoulder, trying to get over some of these cars and some of the traffic, and You wonder, are they going to get off the freeway here?
It almost feels like they are.
Yep,
it's slowing down a point, and there we go. There we see it back here. We're in Van Nuys right now. And
right through that intersection.
Narrowly avoiding. That's the thing. It's the most nerve-wracking part.
Going
is you start getting
the wrong way
on these intersections, and now all of a sudden you start adding in. You're right, the wrong way. Very narrow, tight streets with cars parked left and right. You don't know if anybody's walking on these roads right now. That's also another concern, especially because it's dark and you can't really tell what's going on around you. Because of course these suspects are just trying to get away from police, and their focus tends to just be about getting away and not really necessarily paying attention to the surroundings.
Well, you could kind of make out a little bit on the driver's side, is what I was pointing at there. This car just riding through all these speed bumps through Gloria Avenue and Kittredge right now through the Van Nuys area in this neighborhood. You have LAPD following closely behind, alerting other drivers that this is a potentially dangerous person. We know that the initial call again came in as a man with a gun. We don't know if this person is armed, is still armed, if anyone else is in this vehicle here. You can see they're driving very erratic, just making those sharp turns. And it's hard to make out from where we are. Right. But no, it looks like it's just a really tinted car, and that makes the situation very dangerous. Okay, you can make out the person a little bit. Yeah, you can see it looks like they're wearing a white T-shirt of some sort.
Right.
So you could make out the driver there. But the tinted windows is what I was saying. That does make this very dangerous for police, which is why they do want to stay behind the car. They don't want to get in front of them. You really wonder, will they even try to do a spike strip?
Right. Especially considering the part where
taking the most narrow, ways to get around.
It's a lot of close calls. We're back in Lake Balboa, which is where we initially picked up this pursuit when we first broke in about 15 minutes or so ago, 10 to 15 minutes ago.
Got some inside info.
When if the call initially came in as a man with a gun, now consider that on top of the fact that the tinted windows, that speaks to your safety point and everything else of how we know LAPD and officers respond to situations like this. It is zooming so fast right now. In fact, it's kind of hard to pick up with SkyCal for a hot second there. But right here, you have another car already on the street, cars parked to the right on the side of the road.
Pedestrians. I saw some people walking on the sidewalk there.
And exceeding 60 miles an hour in places where, the speed limit is maybe half of that at most.
And here's the thing. A lot of times police will have some sort of indication on who this driver is, maybe where they live. They'll know what areas this person is used to. So sometimes if we believe that the person may be going back to a home or even a place that they know, they'll have officers already there waiting for them.
And especially easier to consider if this is the suspect's car, right? This is information they can easily grab and be in contact with other officers to establish everything they need to know, and just keep an eye on this because you don't want to exacerbate any potentially dangerous situation with a car flying the way we've been seeing this one fly.
Take a look, just gonna cross right in front of those cars. Losing our signal once again here. Hopefully we'll pick it up again. Okay.
And there it is. It's just every time you get to one of those intersections, we've established a bit of a pattern here with this pursuit. When we first picked it up on the surface streets you're seeing now, that's when we first picked up this pursuit. Aside from the very brief sort of tangent onto the freeway, then it was back to where we initially started. So it fits in with the trend of similar pursuits that we've covered before in this case. And every time you get to one of these intersections, you kind of hold your breath a little bit because we've seen this same vehicle cut through a gas station just to make it to the other side of traffic. You've seen narrow and very close calls, and you just know that there are only so many close calls you can have before something horrific happens, and you just don't want to see that happen.
Yeah, and that might be why we're not seeing LAPD so close right now. I wonder if we can check on if they're still actively pursuing this vehicle, or if on the ground they decided to back off. If we can check with the assignment desk, that would be great.
Based on what the visuals we were seeing as we now get into, we're right there, Reseda, Lake Balboa area, that wide shot we just had of SkyCal, that's the first time we've ever had as wide of a shot so far in this pursuit and not seen another LAPD vehicle just behind it. So perhaps they are reassessing the situation, maybe pulling back a little bit because, to your point, Leslie, they tend to know who the driver is, where they go, where they live, and perhaps are assessing the situation and thinking that's a better way to apprehend the suspect or get after them. Did they turn off the headlights there in the car? Or no, am I just covered by trees?
You might be right, Gio. Yes, they turned off the headlights, so it's really hard to make out this car because the car currently does not have the headlights on. And this area is very dark. You can see the airship still overhead here, but you're making it out there. But if it's hard to see on your screen, there you go. You got a better view of it every time the airship comes over. Looks like they turned the headlights back on now.
Okay, yeah, there it is now. All of a sudden, for a moment there, it was just the brake lights that you could see. But you know, these are obviously residential areas. I mean, we've seen these tight windows. It looks like we're in another one right now, where it's dark, it's late on a Saturday night, you don't know who's out and about, and 50, 60 plus miles an hour this car has been reaching in these areas. And once again, drawing attention to the fact that we're not really seeing LAPD directly behind or even at a distance where they, you know, they've established some distance, but you still see them within the frame. This is, it's worth pointing out that this is the first time in the last 15 to 20 minutes when we first popped on here with you with this breaking news where we haven't seen LAPD directly behind this suspect, where once again, as we see this car turning once again, wondering where it's going right now, but haven't seen LAPD directly behind in the same way that we have earlier.
I kind of wonder, it just seems like because they went back to the Lake Balboa area that they want to go somewhere, or they know where, you know, they know this area.
It's familiar, yes.
So it seems like you hope they're going to make a stop at some point, but so far nothing yet. But many times we're still seeing this light from inside the car. You can see it a little bit now. You can make it out. It's hard to, but the driver we've seen, or someone in the vehicle we know, is on a phone, and it looked like it was the driver there.
And it almost for a moment there, it looked like it was the end of a cul-de-sac, perhaps, but no, we're just still going. But if anything, we've reestablished the fact that there really is an LAPD behind, but that doesn't mean they don't know where this person is.
The airship's still up.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
and
they have their eyes on this, and LAPD just confirmed to us moments ago this is still considered for them a pursuit operation. So just because we may not see LAPD patrol cars on the ground right behind them, they still have that airship up, and they still have those eyes in the sky. So they're still tracking and following that suspect there. And
this signal has been going in and out ever so slightly in the last few minutes or so. So bear with us here as we keep an eye on it. But all of that to say that, of course, LAPD is still considering this a pursuit operation. But sometimes you don't know what the suspect knows in this case, right? So perhaps pulling back, and maybe it gives them a false sense of security. I remember we ask Dave this all the time every time we pop on with him, as to, you know, how they operate in a scenario like this, and perhaps sometimes is to lull them into a situation where maybe they slow down, finally it lowers the risk of danger to other people and to themselves, and then makes it easier, because ultimately, as you pointed out, Leslie, that airship is still overhead. They know exactly where this person is, and at some points it turns into a waiting game.
Okay, I think at this point they're just going in a square here. Take a look. They're stopping. Is anyone getting out? Oh, they have the airship overhead. This person is getting out, and it looks like they have something in the shirt.
And
do you see that?
Yeah, almost like the right arm potentially holding something. But this is another part where you know, sometimes you worry about suspects running into people's backyards. But right now it's a parking lot area, and over top.
Parking lot area. They still have that airship overhead. It looks like they have two other people there on the ground. So where are they running to here? It looks like a smoke shop here.
Whoever said the smoke shop earlier,
nowhere to go.
They're just looking for a smoke shop. You were right.
They're going to find this person right here, right next to comic store, tattoo shop, and a smoke shop right here on the corner, with a number of people hanging out right in front of the tattoo shop there. Last we saw of the suspect was running just behind there in the parking lot area that we were just pointing out.
Is that the suspect? No, there's two people.
I think there were two people in the parking lot right back here, and the suspect must have run.
That does not look like the suspect.
No, they must have run right past both of them.
Oh, and into this bar. There's a bar
well, there you
right
go.
there.
Yeah, so airship's right over top, lights overhead. At some point, someone's going to know something or another.
I can't make out the name of that. Maybe you can, Gio, but it says Pogo's Bar and Grill.
Went to Pogo's.
And there's everybody else looking up. So they, you know, right now, you know something's going on.
People starting to come out. We're losing our signal there. Oh, man.
A pretty chaotic situation, but there's LAPD right there at the bottom of your screen.
Oh, there you go.
And then another at the top of your screen. So they've surrounded the area right now.
He's only trying to find a smoke shop.
Open, the door of that smoke shop.
But the clear news is we saw the tail end of this pursuit in the sense that the car stopped, suspect got out of the vehicle, seemed like it was the only person in said vehicle, ran across this parking lot and into either the smoke shop or the bar and grill. Now, regardless, there's a third LAPD vehicle coming up just across the top of your screen. You see 2, maybe 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom here.
He's got to get a fireball shot.
It looks like the place is surrounded, and now a number of people coming out of the bar. So, question is really a matter of when, not if, typically in this situation, and everyone's alert right now.
This is a wild situation because there are a lot of witnesses that saw this person running.
Yes.
We couldn't make out where that suspect ended up, but he ran in this direction. There are just so many different businesses to go inside.
And it's important to once again note that with this call, again, came in as a man with a gun. Now, we couldn't confirm if the driver was armed or even if that driver still had a firearm with them when they got out of the car. Maybe they left it in the car if they had one at all to begin with. So there's a lot of layers to this and potentially dangerous scenarios going on here as we continue to monitor it, but know that it's surrounded right now. Airships overhead, lights overhead. There's really nowhere to go. So it seems like LAPD is going to get a handle on this, but still a lot going on because you have that variable of so many people in a bar on a Saturday night.
So interesting is like, this bar looks like it has some pretty open windows. There's the patio. You can pretty much see if someone's running inside, and there were several people out smoking in front of this area that he ran past.
Right, almost without a wonder as to what was going on.
Right past
it took a few minutes before that the spotlight overhead kind of drew the attention to, hey, something is going on here that's more than just a normal.
We can't make out what they're saying, but your demeanor of many of these people, it looks like they're rather confused, does it not? Now they're walking into the smoke shop. So you wonder.
So he did go into the smoke shop.
Then go into the smoke shop.
Yeah, and right now
Slippin' Jimmy for the win.
They're very confused, and we know in these scenarios there's going to be a lot of videos from the ground and everything else that's going on. So it just. You know, what a crazy situation, because we've seen other moments where you see a suspect bail out of their car and then all of a sudden they're just running around until they're eventually taken into custody. Then you have other situations where they jump out of the car, jump into another vehicle that's driven by someone else, or they're just swapping vehicles and the pursuit continues. We've seen this evolve from a situation in Lake Balboa in the Reseda area, shift into a surface street pursuit, onto the 405, back here to Lake Balboa, jumping out of said vehicle after a full stop, and now ending up in a situation where you have all these people at a bar on a Saturday night and a smoke shop next door where we saw a number of LAPD officers.
Very active businesses on a Saturday night here. And at this point, you know, you see some bikers right outside this bar. It looks like there were people in this parking lot over here, closer to this comic and bookstore, and there were plenty of people on the back
should I do
end.
an Austin Zone meet
this bar
and
has
greet
an
at
open
Pogo's?
window. There's a patio right there.
It started
people
since
could truly
1966.
see someone running. That's not something you see all the time, is someone running through the
And we saw the
lot.
2 people. It was. I counted. I think we
there were
both
at least
saw
2 people smoking,
right in the back patio in this parking lot here. And now you just have a swarm of officers going to the bar after that number that we saw walk into the smoke shop. And I mean, it's a lot of people to ask questions of and a lot to check out. But from what we've seen these last few minutes, is it doesn't seem like they have the suspect in custody as of yet. Though it does seem relatively under control, just based on the body language that we're seeing from SkyCal and the officers right now.
Okay, well, we are waiting to see what happens here, Gio. I know normally Sports Central is up next, and they are on standby if you are waiting for Sports Central here at 10:30, but we are still waiting to see if we can see police
call
try
Pogo's
to,
and ask if they've seen
obtain where the suspect actually is.
You see 2 officers there at the bottom of your screen. They started running to the point, just kind of picking up their pace. I don't know if they were reacting to something or someone, but right now it's kind of hard to keep a control of what's going on at the scene right now, because it's this weird combo of
and
a lot
just
going
because
on.
this is a good note for our
weird
viewers.
combo
Just
of a lot
because
going on?
our helicopter
There's literally
didn't
one thing
see
going on.
exactly
Fat
where
guy foot-bailed,
the
ran
suspect
into
ran
bar or
into.
smoke shop.
It's a good reminder that LAPD, they had their airship overhead.
Yep.
We saw them following the suspect through the parking lot. They're much lower than we are. We try to give them enough space. So obviously their priority.
Yes.
We don't want to get in their way. I'm going to assume that they have a lot more information than we know right now, just because they're able. It was that spotlight was right on that suspect as he was running through the parking lot.
And again, and you've made this point before, where their coordination on these things is a lot more. There's a lot more detail and sophistication going into it versus what we're able to show you on our air, because this, remember, it started where we saw 1, 2, if not 3 vehicles directly behind this suspect for a prolonged stretch of time. It wasn't until they finally pulled back for a prolonged amount of time, and it was just the airship overhead, that the suspect then finally slowed down to the slowest point that we had seen throughout that half an hour, and then came to a full stop and ran into the situation that we're looking at right now, which is the smoke shop and adjacent bar and grill, where you have these number of witnesses, number of officers, and a place that's surrounded. And yet we still haven't seen a suspect pulled out yet and taken under arrest. It is still a very active scene as we keep an eye on it.
I think we want to get some video from a little bit earlier here. Oh, that's what you're looking at. You're seeing the suspect the moment they got out of that vehicle, and he just books it, right? He has something in his hand there. He's wearing this blue hat, white shirt.
He certainly hobbles
and then you see he runs right past two people out here, and it looks like we lose him, but the airship, you can see the airship did not lose that suspect.
No, not at all. And from that vantage point, it was hard to tell if he ran into the bar and grill or the smoke shop.
Yeah.
And then the other end of this, you see the comic store, you see the tattoo parlor there as well.
It's also hard to see if he ran outside the front doors, of any of these businesses.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on the live footage here. It almost looks like someone, there it is.
They got him.
Taken into custody right now. Looks like the suspect has been taken care of, coming out of the bar and grill there with one officer on each side of them.
Get
in
the
zone, Austin zone.
Confirm if that's the suspect. I'm not seeing, that same white shirt there
or the
hat that was identifying, but we're going to try to get some information here from LAPD. For now, we want to take it over to Sports Central.
You're watching Sports Central on KCAL Los Angeles, sponsored by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
We'll just have to.
Come on in.
Guess.
Welcome into sports.
DJ, those are the same, don't you know? Body double. It wasn't him. He didn't do it. All right, let's finish up this video.
Okay. Stacy ordered Hosanna to grab a nail file from the kitchen, which she would use as the weapon that ended Christopher Dickerson's life. Hosanna did not see the murder herself as she stayed in the kitchen, but she heard it happen, and when Stacy walked into the kitchen, she was covered in blood. She'd stabbed Chris several times in the neck and inflicted some devastating injuries from which he would not survive. But if Hosanna's version of events is to be believed, then what Stacy did might possibly turn your stomach. As Stacy studied the blood on her hands, she allegedly licked her fingers in delight and savored in the blood of her victim. Stacy then positioned Chris's body on the floor in an effort to stage a crime scene to make it look like a struggle had taken place. Whether these claims were true was another question, but Hosanna's testimony did match up to the forensic and other physical evidence. By the time the case went to trial in February of 2025 at the Weld County District Court, Stacy had come up with a defense of her own.
What happens when you move to the corner?
He gets in my face even closer.
He gets in your face even closer?
Yeah.
What is he looking like when he's in your face?
He's like mad yelling.
How tall is he? Is he much taller than you?
Yeah, there's a big difference.
If he was standing above you, did you have to look up at him?
Yeah, I did.
So we're moving over to the corner. What happens when you're in the corner?
He like puts his arms like on the sides of me.
Okay. So he's putting his arms on the side of you. Is your back up against something?
Yeah, I was on the wall.
Okay, on the wall.
Yeah.
And the wall in the corner by the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Away from the cabinets.
Yeah.
And you said his hands are on the wall?
Yeah, but like on the sides of me.
On the sides of you?
Yeah.
Above your shoulders?
No, like right at them.
Okay. Is he touching you?
No.
You said he's yelling at you?
Yeah.
What is he saying?
So you call me a bitch? He keeps like
so
repeating
much
the
for
same
black
thing.
beings.
Is he yelling at you?
Yeah.
You said that his face was close to you, but he was taller than you. So was he looking down on you?
Yeah, right.
So
There's
he's
no
like
way
right
his
in front
arms
of
are
my
that long.
face, and when he turned to look at Hosanna, when she had told him to get off of me or get away from me, when he turned, I like just pushed him off me.
How hard did you push him?
Honestly, in that moment, I really don't know.
Okay. Where did he go?
He didn't go.
Well, I mean, you pushed him. What happened?
He went back.
Okay. Did he stumble over his feet?
Yeah, he stumbled over his feet, but he didn't fall to the ground.
Okay. Did he run into anything when you pushed him?
He kind of like grabbed the refrigerator.
Hosanna would maintain that it wasn't Chris who was on the offensive that night, and Stacy was the one in the wrong. She would also shed light on how the argument between Stacy and Chris started in the first place.
Had Mr. Dickerson ever been violent towards either you or the defendant?
No.
Okay. Had Mr. Dickerson ever sexually assaulted you or the defendant during any encounter of this?
He did slap my butt twice during, like when I would just stand up, he was just kind of like, it seemed like if he was just too happy, like really, just too over, just.
So to be clear, during this initial time, Mr. Dickerson did touch your butt.
Yeah.
And did you take that in a very overtly sexual way?
No. I mean, I was just kind of more scared of Stacy's scene because I didn't want her to.
Objection.
I had asked her, when did she know that she wanted to kill him? And she told me when we were in the car, picking up his friend.
And to be clear, in the sequence of events, Mr. Dickerson touching your butt was prior to that trip to go pick up Miss Vigil.
Yes.
Hosanna then told her version of events, including how Chris's life was brought to a brutal end at the hands of Stacy Rodriguez.
But I do remember Stacy was up against the wall and Christopher was just kind of like over her and just kind of like bearing over her. And I remember kind of like stepping in, like wanting to like get him off of her. And that's when she pushed him. And she pushed him off of her. And I think he fell, he stumbled and got back up. And he started yelling. And I remember him just saying to get out of my house. At one point she pushed him on the couch and grabbed a beer bottle and wanted to hit him with it. And I told her, no, like, let's just leave. We could just leave, And she just looked at me and threw the beer bottle. And then she grabbed another one and threw it again on his face. And at this point, she's on top of him, like with her like knees, like using her weight on top of him. And then she tells me, she goes, go get that thing. And so I went and I just grabbed it and I just gave it to her. And then she tells me, go to the other room in the kitchen. And so I went to the kitchen and that's when I started hearing her stab him. And that's when I realized what she was doing.
You didn't know what she was doing when you handed her the
The defense team were quick to question the testimony of Hosanna and why she stayed with Stacy after she had committed murder. After all, would you want a killer sleeping next to you every night?
You say you're telling this jury under oath you saw her pull some Hannibal Lecter stuff, drinking blood, saying it's dirty after she just unprovokedly murdered. And you're just letting her around your children.
Right.
The trial would gain a lot of attention from the press, with drama in the courtroom as well as behind the scenes. While waiting for trial, Hosanna had several handwritten notes delivered to her cell that threatened her and her 3 children if she spoke to the police. And then there was the behavior of Stacy herself, who didn't seem to take the case as seriously as you might have thought for someone who was facing a murder charge, as she smirked her way through the trial and sentencing. But Stacy told the courtroom that her behavior wasn't a lack of remorse and could be explained quite easily.
Or tell me, when you get anxious, do you get quiet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do you sometimes laugh?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Do you laugh maybe at times? Is it just kind of the response to the anxiety?
Yeah, it is.
Not necessarily that you're laughing at something funny?
Yeah, no, it's not. Okay. Yeah, I do have like a lot like social anxiety, but like I am like very like secure with like myself. Like I know, you know, like I feel like I'm secure with myself.
When the jury returned from their deliberations, they found Stacy guilty of first-degree murder, first-degree arson, tampering with a deceased body, and 2 counts of second-degree burglary.
Jury verdict, count 1, murder in the first degree. We, the jury, find the defendant, Stacy Marie Rodriguez, guilty of murder in the first degree.
She won't be getting out of prison anytime soon, as on March the 12th of 2025, Stacy received her sentence.
Ms. Rodriguez, your actions were horrible. Your decisions were horrible, both in the commission of this act and the choices that you made after this act.
Yeah, FT, I don't know. Is he?
It is a struggle for this court to understand how you can go from meeting a person to viciously stabbing them in the neck until they are dead in the course of a few hours. It's one of the most disturbing cases that I think has been before this court since I've had this job. As to count 1, murder in the first degree, the court will sentence you to serve the rest of your natural life in prison without the possibility of parole. With respect to count 2, first-degree arson, the court is going to sentence you to 32 years in the Department of Corrections. That sentence will run consecutively with count 1. With respect to count 3, tampering with a deceased human body, the court is going to sentence you to 12 years in the Department of Corrections. That count will run consecutively with the other counts. As to counts 4 and 5, the court on each count is going to sentence you to 12 years in the Department of Corrections. Counts 4 and 5 will run concurrently with each other, but consecutively with counts 1, 2, and 3. Ms. Devereaux, the state had mentioned indication of pre-sentence confinement of 1,257 days. Do you believe that is accurate?
For her testimony, Hosanna was given the 32-year sentence agreed to in her plea deal. None of that would be much comfort to the family and friends of Chris Dickerson, but they may feel some sense of justice knowing his killer would never see the free world again.
All right, hongers. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. That will be the end of this stream. No games tonight. We will be back tomorrow night, as always. Stream every day in May continues to roll on. No World GeoGuessr. We'll do extra games tomorrow night to make up for it. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.